kiss you.
Thanks, Joe.
Yeah! You want to run or you want to duck down? You want to duck, just go over and get onto the bench and stay there.
You play to win the game.
My message for the fans, we're all frustrated with where we are right now.
Jets, Jets.
Well, hello, everybody. What is cooking with all you good lookins? This is GreenBean. Welcome back to the Thursday thick of it. I am back in Virginia for the first time in 12 days or so. I've been all out and about like what my grandmother would call a gallivant, whatever the hell that is. I've been called a gallivant many times in my life. You young kids don't know what it is, I'm sure, because I don't even know what the hell it is. But it turns out that's what I do. I gallivant. So I'm happy to be back with you. We have Jeremy from Jets Chaos in the house in the back. And I'm going to bring on our co-host in just a few seconds. But guys, I really am, truly am delighted to be back. I love traveling. I do. But I traveled without my wife and kids. And it turns out that I get smushy when that happens. I become a smushy fella. As I'm like, I miss you. That's what I do. I'm like, oh, I can't wait to get out of here, man. It's going to be awesome. I'm going to eat Taylor ham, egg, and cheese. I'm going to go to every damn pizzeria in Jersey. I'm going to see this friend and that friend. And then I call my wife all day. Why didn't you text me back in less than 30 seconds? I miss you. That's what I do. That's what I do the whole time. But I am happy to be back with you. I haven't made a video all week because of gallivanting. And so here we are. It's good. We're going to talk some Jets. We have some moves, some action, man. We can talk about some stuff, a little bit of meat on the bone. We got it. We can chew on a few things today. And I'm excited about that. Guys, before we get into it, I do want to remind you that the sponsor for tonight's show is none other than Manscaped. And I got something to show you. If I could just friggin' figure out where I put it. I do. I'll find it in a second. I got something to show you guys. I know I brought it in here. All right. I'm going to have to look around. Once I bring Gunny on, I'll look around for it. But it is, I think April is Testicular Cancer Awareness Month, everybody. So they are releasing products special to Testicular Cancer Month that have purple lights and all kinds of stuff. And a large portion of the proceeds from your Manscaped purchase goes to testicular cancer awareness and research. Dude, their whole gig is to save the balls. First, it's with grooming and making sure that you look okay out there. But even more importantly, there is a pretty, we don't talk about it enough, but it's one of the number one cancers in men 18 to 35 years old. That's testicular cancer. We don't talk about it enough. Manscaped is trying to raise our awareness. And guys, if you go to the Manscaped website and you decide to purchase some products, not only will a portion be donated to help with testicular cancer, but you can still save an additional 20% with the promo code GreenBean. And as always, that includes free international shipping. Don't you love it? Holy macaroni. Can't find the jewel? No, dude, I don't jewel anymore. I told you I ain't jeweling in April. See what I'm doing? CT Jets fan, you ball buster. Where is it? I got these things. Look at that. Little pillows. You'll see. But anyway, without further ado, don't forget Manscaped. And thank you to Manscaped for sponsoring the Thursday Think of It. We are going to bring on our very esteemed co-host. Oh, my gosh. I can't wait to talk to him. Feels like forever. Last time I talked to him, I had no friggin' internet. So feels like months for me. But let's say hello to our co-host, the one and only Gunny Gumby, New York Jets Situation Report. What is happening, my friend? I can't hear you. Gunny, are you on mute? Are you on mute?
How about now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, there you are. What's
better?
up, buddy?
Okay,
How are you?
What's up, brother? Hey, welcome home. We missed you. You know what I'm saying? Now we got you again in high definition, just where you're meant to be. You know what I'm saying? That beautiful beard is now popping on screen. So, yeah, man, welcome back, man. Glad to be back. It's always a good time talking football with you.
Yeah, right on. And thank you, man. Yeah, you know what's funny? Gunny, is that for the first time ever since I've had my beard, I mean, it's got to be 25 years at least.
Okay.
I've never let anyone else groom it. Never. This week, yesterday, I let my friend's wife trim it. I was terrified the whole time. I let her cut my beard. Yeah, man.
The trademark?
My
You
friend-
let her
Oh,
touch
she
the
doesn't-
trademark?
I did, and she was all cutting it. It took like 20 minutes. I was like, she's cutting it all off. I know I'm gonna be fucking miserable. She doesn't understand. I told her, I only take off an inch, but I was so nervous. But I think it looks pretty good. I think she did a
Hey, it
good
looks
job,
good
man.
though. Yeah, I would have never known. It looks good.
She's like a pro. She's like a pro, man. So yeah, it is good to be back, and thank you for saying that. It's nice to be back with you. And again, guys, we have Jets Chaos in the background. Don't forget to show him some love. He kind of runs this shindig, if you will. And don't forget, guys, we have our giveaways going on. I want to find this damn product. We're going to give this away too, Gunny. I can't wait to show you. I don't know what.
Okay.
I walked out here with it. I'm almost certain. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I forgot it on the kitchen table. But I'll grab it at some point. But we have our giveaways going, guys. The way to get entered into the giveaway, all super chats over $5. Jeremy even includes the $4.99 bangers. He does. If you do $4.99, they will be snuck in the back door. Everybody that sends a super chat $5 or more throughout the show will be entered to win a GreenBean t-shirt and a sack of liquid IV. But I'm also going to add this Lawnmower 4.0 Testicular Cancer Awareness Edition. It's gorgeous. And we're going to throw that in tonight as well if I could find it. If I can find it, we'll give it away. But anyway, so again, guys, super chats are always appreciated. But again, you can also get some nice little products on the back end. At the end of the show, we do our giveaway after the trivia with Y2K, who is not yet here. So, Gunny, let's say hello to a few people in the chat.
Right.
I'm getting, they were talking about, well, what's GreenBean doing? Looking for his jewel. Busting my chops. I stopped vaping, dude. So I have, I gotta chew. I gotta get something to chew on. I have a couple little hits left, but I've been saving.
Right.
But I'm moving over to these nicotine pads. I'm done, dude. You won't see an energy drink either. I'm not doing energy drink. I'm not doing any of that stuff. That was part of the spiritual retreat I went on this weekend. The last
How
week,
was
really.
that, by the way?
Bro, I the most amazing thing I've ever done. I mean, to go into details, people are going to be like, "Dude, shut up with this stuff." This guy, but so I'm not gonna bore everybody. But let me just tell you, dude, I went down there to accomplish something. I accomplished it, and I'm feeling pretty good. Running into this next phase, heading into the draft, heading into the Aaron Rodgers culmination. Hopefully, we'll see what the hell happens. We're adding more Aaron Rodgers brothers. You know what I mean? So it's like, it seems like it's if this doesn't happen, Gunny, we have really made a bed, filled with glass. It's like, wow, do we look like we got egg on our face, man? You agree?
100%. 100%. I don't see a situation where it doesn't happen. I've been going back and forth with the Packers faithful on Twitter.
Oh yeah.
I really do believe that this thing is done. There's something about it tells me you know what? We haven't heard nothing from Aaron Rodgers, complete ghost mode. It's just, to me, I feel like it's already been decided upon, and suppose it's going to be more dramatic to announce it on draft day, right? Literally right where we're supposed to go ahead and pick 42, they're going to say, da-na-na, da-na-na, the freaking New York Jets have traded the 42nd overall pick. And I think that's how they're going to announce it, make more of a big, bigger row about it. So I just have a hard time believing at this point. It's been fairly quiet on all fronts. You haven't heard anything from Aaron Rodgers. You've got individuals that are signing with the Jets talking about, especially realizing that we're going to have Aaron Rodgers coming on board. It made sense for me to sign with you guys. Too many things are looking like, it's a done deal for it to not be a done deal. So, but you're right though. If it doesn't happen, I mean,
yeah, it's going to look full. But I like what you're saying though. I mean, why not increase the flair, the showmanship, right?
There it is. That's what I was looking for.
What is this? They're all posturing. There's articles. There's all kinds of news. There's lots of buzz, lots, swarming around like ants. There's a lot of, we're keeping the news cycle going throughout the off season. They know this shit's done.
Yes.
You agree? I mean, right? It's just you agree. Look, you're raising some great points. And I think, right, pick 42. Do. It's like, the Green Bay Packers are on the clock. I do hope it's 43, though. I know I'm nitpicking.
Yeah, same
I'm nitpicking.
I know.
That'd be good.
I'll be okay if it's 42, but I'm really hoping it's 43.
Now, when did you? There was look at Finnegan. We got our quarterback here. We signed a quarterback, so maybe he is our
We
guy,
did.
Finnegan.
We
That's awesome, man. Well, imagine that. We didn't get Aaron Rodgers, but we feel real good about this. What is it, Boyle? Is that his name? Tommy
Yeah.
Boyle.
Correct.
Holy shit.
Tim Boyles.
We feel real good about him and Zach. Holy cow. And Streveler. But yeah, man, I think, somebody brought up something that said, the concern with giving them 42 or 43 is that if they are even a touch spiteful, they're a little bit pissed they didn't get 13, they could kind of zero in on the guy we want and spitefully pluck him. You have any concerns over that? Like one pick before us?
Because the needs are very different, right? The needs are very different. I think other than potentially defensive end, they're not looking for middle linebacker help. They're not looking for safety help. Their offensive line, in hindsight, after watching some more Aaron Rodgers tape, really wasn't that good last year. You see a lot of Aaron Rodgers making those guys look better than they were with his quick release, but they might be interested in offensive line. I could definitely see that. But I think that in that second round, we're in a position to where we have so many positions we can go with that pick: center, linebacker. Some people are saying wide receiver. I hope that's not the case. But I think that because our needs differ a little bit, I wouldn't worry too much about them getting the 42nd pick and going after our guy. Now, would it suck if like JMS dropped and then they went for him with the 42nd pick? Yeah, that would hurt. That would hurt quite a bit. I won't lie. But I don't think he falls into the second round anyway. But the only way I'd be concerned is if JMS falls to the second round. Then I can see that being a situation where they do jump us, and then they're going to take them because their offensive line, again, after watching them again, they were not as solid as we all think they were. I think Aaron Rodgers hit a lot of their defects this past season.
Yeah, well, and that's look, it's good, right? The needs are different. I mean, could they be so spiteful as to bypass needs for Jordan Love just to stick a thorn in our side? I feel the same way. I mean, look, I am a cynic and I am a skeptic, and my default setting is a fear-based individual. I'm always like, all right, well, what are they trying to do? That's how I start. I got to work through it, right? So once you work through a little bit, it does seem a little bit a little immature. You know what I mean? It seems a little bit like, why would they do that? They need this kid to succeed. Like the way this is all going, like they need Jordan Love not to be as good as Aaron Rodgers, at least not this first year. He's got to be, he can't be Zach Wilson, dude. He can't.
No.
If he comes out and plays like Zach and throws, 11 touchdowns and 14 picks or some shit like that this year, it's going to be a debacle. I mean, people might get their heads chopped off. People might get fired over that. Letting
100%.
Aaron Rodgers go and the whole thing.
I that's one of the things that I've also brought up quite a bit too in regard to like when it comes to this whole stalemate thing between the Jets and the Packers, who really has the most to lose? Is it the New York Jets, who have seen slight inclinations of them being better in terms of wins over the last 5 years? Like we're accustomed to being in a position between a rock and a hard place, whereas the Packers, if they have Aaron Rodgers on the roster, it's a complete debacle because now you can't evaluate Jordan Love appropriately because you don't have the ability to go out and put weapons around him, put tools around him to see him succeed. And then you, in essence, wasted a first-round pick when you had a first-ballot Hall of Famer on the roster and you decided to give him a long-term contract that would have, in fact, wiped out that first-round pick. It would be such a debacle if Aaron Rodgers is still on this roster come the start of the season, what I think favors the Jets. It would also be a debacle, as you stated, if they don't put weapons around freaking Jordan Love and they put him out there and he's complete trash. They're in a situation where I think I'm sick and tired of hearing the word leverage. I'm not going to use that. But when it comes to this right now, it's about who has their cards close to the chest, right? It's about poker faces. And I think it boils down to who has the most to lose if this trade doesn't get done.
Yeah, well, I think, look, I think right there's definitely, a lot to lose on both sides, right? Like, right. Joe Douglas kind of building this team the right way. And hold on. Building the team the right way, young, lots of young talent, rookies of the year, all kind of, and then switching gears and like kind of selling the farm to, some degree, not really selling much, but kind of putting all of our eggs in one basket, I think is one way to say it, on a 39-year-old quarterback. It's risky, man. It is risky, but I do think I land on the Packers have more to lose. We still have this whole core. If Aaron Rodgers comes here for a year, we throw a second round pick at it or whatever, and he plays moderately well or whatever. Okay, well, we can still push reset. We still have 3 years with these guys. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So we're okay.
Correct.
Jordan Love sucks. They're in trouble. It's back to the drawing board.
They're in trouble.
You know what I mean?
Yep. 100%.
All right, so disregard Papa checking. I'm trying to look for this picture. Gunny, did you see the picture of
I did.
Robert Saleh?
Yeah, he was
Where
golfing.
can I find this picture?
So if you go on Twitter, in fact, I'll send it to you right now. If you go on Twitter,
go ahead.
here it is. I'm gonna send it to you right now.
Sending it via text?
He looks. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Well, I can do a text if that makes it easier.
Dude, let me
open
be
it up.
honest while you're doing that. I put in a nicotine pouch. You guys probably saw it. I am literally lightheaded. I'm like a little dizzy, dudes. I'm fucking
Really?
This is nicotine. Oh, it's kicking my ass. I'm feeling high,
different.
everybody.
It's an influx of nicotine in the body.
Yeah, I mean, usually I'm
But
like
yeah.
vaping and all kinds of shit. This is just nicotine. These
This
things.
is
Look at these
pure
things.
nicotine.
Yeah, it's like
100% pure
not to
nicotine.
promote it, but it's like this nicotine. That's all it is. So
Okay.
that'll take me down over the next few days, and then whatever. But I'm like, also, I saw I got like dizzy, like the thing was like woo woo. I was like, holy shit, man, what's going on? All right, did you text it to me?
I send it to you. Yep. But yeah, he's golfing.
Holy shit!
And he looks
All right,
jacked.
all right.
I'm like,
we're gonna get this
that's
up.
my,
Oh my
that's
god,
my coach. That's my
that's
coach.
my coach, right? Holy shit, man, this ain't no McDaniels. Okay, all right, here we go. I'm gonna get this picture up for everybody. Thank you, Disregard Papa, my good friend. I appreciate you sending that super chat, and this is fun. Let's take a look at our head coach. Let's see. Can you see
Look
it?
at this dude.
All right, let me
Look
get
at that man right there.
All right. Dude, Gunny. Look at them. Look at them.
That-
Look at this. Oh my god. Look at this guy.
That man is swole. Yeah.
Wait, hold on.
That
It's
man
not
is
doing it.
absolutely swole.
It's not enlarging. Oh wait, why is it not enlarging for you guys? What the hell is happening? Let me see here. Trying to make it bigger, and it's getting bigger on my screen, but not yours.
I mean, trust me. Hey, he's plenty big. We can see it.
He's plenty big. Disregard Papa. What do you think, man? He's massive, he says.
He's massive.
Look at our coach, guys. Now, let me tell you something. You think, what's his, Kevin Pretzel goes outside and goes, hey, you suck. You think, what do you think of that guy's going to do to him?
He'll crush him. Absolutely crush him. Looks
Sheesh,
like we're
man.
talking about worried about needing a linebacker, but we're good. We got put some pads on coach. Linebacker right there.
Oh, you know why? Because this is what I did. I did the wrong window. That's why. Hold on. Here we go. That was my text window. Hold on. We're going to do it the right way this time. There we go. I'm like, why am I seeing my texts? What the fuck is that? Here we go. Look at this.
Yeah.
Working now?
Look at that right there.
Look at this guy.
Look at
Come
this
on,
man.
Jets fans. What are we talking about? We like to complain a
telling you.
lot. You not happy with this guy?
Look at that smile. Smiling with muscles. You can't really complain about nothing here.
I'll tell you what, whatever he did to that ball could be considered abuse. Look at this
Assault.
guy. He's on the
Assault.
golf course here. Holy shit. I'm proud right now, Gunny. I have to admit.
Yeah, same here. That's our coach right there. That's a grown
Look at
man.
this guy. It's a grown-ass man, everybody. That's beautiful. Thank you, Disregard Papa. No, I did not see that. I've been, especially the last few days, I've been traveling all over. I've been literally, I was in Jupiter, Florida, then Miami, Florida, then Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Then I flew from Fort Lauderdale to Virginia. Then I was out in Charlottesville or Richmond, then Charlottesville. And so I've been literally moving constantly over the past few days. I haven't seen the fun stuff like that. So thank you.
Yeah.
Jets Cub fan checking in. Thanks for the super chat, my friend. He says, shared this on Buffalo's channel. But boys, I'm officially in panic mode. The jet blood in me says it's falling apart. Talking about the ledge. Well, you know what's funny, Jets Cub fan? Number one, good. I'm glad the Cubbies got out of that damn hole for you at least, because you having the Jets and the Cubs couldn't have been easy for a long time, man. So good for you about that. But as far as it's falling apart, I got into a discussion on Instagram. Somebody, it might have even been you. I'm not sure. Everybody's names are different. People's names on YouTube are different than Twitter, are different than Instagram.
Yep.
I don't know who anybody is anymore. It's very, very difficult. But so somebody was telling me it's cringe how needy the Jets look, with all this stuff. Like, oh, we're grabbing all these guys to try to lure Aaron Rodgers. And we're like, it's like we're in a position of like on our knees. And I was like, that's so funny. I see it the exact opposite way.
Same
I
here.
see confidence. I see the Jets already know what's going to happen. They're in control of the situation. And what we're seeing, and you can correct me, Gunny, I'd love to hear your points. Don't be afraid to disagree if you do. What I see is the big bad perpetually among the elite Green Bay Packers trying to kick the lowly New York Jets. And our GM is saying, fuck you. That's what he's saying. I'm standing right here. I got the leverage. I got Aaron Rodgers. I got everything. You got nothing. You're going to cave and you're going to give me what I want. And I don't give a shit if it's September 1st. I don't care. We're going to rock. And that's what I see. I see a guy like, look at our culture change over the past few years, Jets Cubby, right? Just 3 years ago, we were quite literally a laughing stock. We were called circus.
Yep.
And you know what I mean? Nobody would come here unless we completely overpaid them. Oh, I fucking can't deal with Gunny. I'm sorry. Hold on.
No, you're
It's
good.
killing me, man. I'm gonna go back to vaping. This is killing me. This thing. Oof. My throat. I'm like on fire. Yeah. I mean, just look at a couple years ago. Right now, like you look around. We got Garrett Wilson, Sauce Gardner, Jermaine Johnson, Michael Clemens, Quinnen Williams. All these guys that are like, dude, they're elite, dude. They're elite level players. And there's an aura around here. Top 5 defense from 32nd 2 years ago. Like there's a whole different thing happening. Look what Ezekiel Elliott said. I'll play for 3 teams. One of them is the Jets. Cam Newton comes out and says, I'll play for these teams. One of them is the Jets. This is new. All this stuff is new. So whatever we're feeling, I can understand. But look at what's happening. Everybody's saying, oh, I'll play over there. Fletcher Cox says, I was damn close to signing with the Jets. The reason he didn't, well, dude, he's been in Philly for freaking 13 years. They were in the Super Bowl last year. You know what I mean? He wants to fit. Dude, I completely get it. His family said, I don't really want to leave Philly, man. We're here. I get it. So you look at all this stuff. It's all stacking in a direction that Joe Douglas is just letting the NFL elites know we ain't the old Jets, kids. And I'll punch you square in your face. You're not getting anything from me. I know what I have. I'm a master negotiator. I've yet to lose a trade. I'm not losing this one. You're going to give me what I want, and I'm unafraid to wait. That's how I see it, Cubby. So, Gunny, do you agree? Are you kind of, you leaning towards Cubby, a little bit nervous? What do you think?
I'm actually less nervous now about it than I probably was when, like, a week after Aaron Rodgers announced he wanted to be a Jet. And I find it comical. There's a famous quote that one of my old trainers said in the Marine Corps, right? And it was kind of funny because he always talked about how, like, hard times made strong men. Strong men make easy times make weak men, and weak men make hard times. And
right.
I remember seeing, I see the Packers fans jumping into our Twitter feeds, into our live streams, everything. And it's amazing to me how true it is, because I'm not panicking. I'm a Jets Cub fan. Stop panicking, man. Like, we've been through significantly worse. We're talking about a franchise that was specifically a dumpster fire. When our GM acquired this freaking franchise, literally the majority of them wouldn't have made it into a team that was just coming into the league, right? The majority, 80% of the roster is not even playing in the NFL anymore since Joe Douglas took over this team. And you're talking about a team right now who's done something that 2 other teams have done ever in the NFL. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Offensive Rookie of the Year. And we would have had another Offensive Rookie of the Year candidate in Breece Hall had he been healthy. We beat the Green Bay Packers last year with no quarterback, right? They have literally taken they've had back-to-back elite quarterbacks, and they've continued to go on the decline. Since 2018, they don't know it yet, but they've been on the decline. They're slowly becoming a joke and becoming dysfunctional, and they haven't seen it yet because they've had it so easy for so long. So they don't see it coming. But you're going to tell me you're going to trade in the first round or get a quarterback in the first round when you have Aaron Rodgers on the roster. The very next year, you give Aaron Rodgers a 3-year ridiculous deal. And now you're in a position to where, like, you haven't played your first round draft pick that was supposed to replace Rodgers. You owe the man $103 million over the next 2 years, and you think you have the leverage? The GM's a moron. Like, I am not scared. I am not scared of their GM whatsoever. And what are they going to do? They're going to keep Aaron Rodgers. They're literally leaking fake stories about the 49ers being interested. That's how it's gotten to the point. The 49ers, with having the 99th pick being the first pick they currently have and $3 million of cap space, they're leaking that. And if you jump on on Packers Twitter, they are running with it as it being a potential option. I've never seen more desperation and sadness or fear in my entire life. And that's what I love about our side, right? You ain't hearing nothing coming from One Jets Drive. You're not seeing Joe Douglas talk about it. The coach ain't talking about nothing. But now the Packers are leaking stories about, the Patriots are interested. Freaking the 49ers are interested. Okay. Yeah. If anybody else was interested, why haven't they traded him yet? Why is he? Right. Why are we still here?
Interested. They're all sniffing around the door, Gunny. Well, that's what Shadow Flare Gaming, and thank you, Shadow Flare, for the super chat. He's a little concerned about that as well, or at least wants to talk about it. So Gunny's already mentioning that organically there, Shadow. So we're all kind of on the same page here. But, it's an interesting thing. I thought the same thing. It's like, this is their weak-ass posturing. And Joe Douglas knows, man. Dude, Aaron Rodgers publicly said, my intention is to play with the New York Jets. We already got players that they discussed. Dude, he sat down with the Jets for a couple days in California. Dude, they did all this. This is all done. The Packers are just trying to squeeze a lemon that's already been taken out of the house. It's gone. There is no lemon to squeeze it. So look at this. We got Shadow Flare. Look at this. We got this Lee Bruce in the house. He's clearly a Packers fan. He says that Joe Douglas traded Adams for 2 firsts, but every GM would do the same. But let me tell you something. He got more for a shitty safety that couldn't catch and had 0 interceptions. He got more for him than they got for Khalil Mack. Dude, one of the elite edge rushers in the game. We got more for Jamal Adams than the Raiders got for Khalil Mack. I don't want to hear it, dude. It's one of the greatest trades since Herschel Walker. And make no mistake.
This is what I mean, though, right? Like, this is what you'll see. Like, Packers fans coming in here just to talk. But again, we being Jets fans having legitimate football IQ because we've had to go ahead and scour the NFL trying to figure out how to get better. They've been spoiled enough to have quarterbacks land in their laps for 30 plus years, and they don't understand how the process works.
They don't get it.
He says anybody could have done, you're right. It's still being talked about. It's still one of the trades still being talked about.
That's right. It's like, dude, it's like you can say, everybody would. Yeah, of course everybody would fucking do that. Who wouldn't give Jamal Adams for 2 firsts and a third and a starting safety? Give me a break. Again, we got more for Jamal Adams while he was disgruntled and being an asshole.
Yes.
Which lowers value, by the way. Okay? All right? Joe Douglas just kept saying, Jamal's a stud. The plan is Jamal to be a Jet for life. We love him over here. We don't care. Yeah, let him blow off some steam. We love Jamal Adams. And then, boom, 2 firsts, a third, and a starting safety. And that's what we did. So, again, more for Jamal Adams than Khalil Mack. Feel how you want to feel. That's the facts. I'm going to show you a little joke I made on Instagram. This is what it's like when Green Bay Packers fans come on to Jets Twitter. Here, check it out, everybody. Let's see if we get the sound here first. I got to hold on. Because, again, this is where I show my come on. This is where I show my here it is. All right, you ready? So I'll show it one more time. Something's wrong with that cat. The cat is us. There's a Packer fan coming into Jets Twitter. Yeah, say what you want there, my good friend Lee.
Man.
You have no idea. You're what we call a spoiled football fan with a low knowledge base. You think things are always supposed to be a certain way. You have
a certain way. Exactly.
Yeah, you have no perspective, my friend. The times they are a changing. You are on what we call a downslide. So it's just so funny. It's so funny. He needed development, dude. Lee, please get out of here. He was a fucking 2-time All-Pro. You moron. Please. All right. It's just so funny. I hate cats. Yeah, me too, Par. I don't hate them. I actually love cats, but I prefer dogs. But that's just another thing. So it's just a funny thing, man. Packers fans, and look, we're gonna get Aaron Rodgers. He's gonna outplay Jordan Love. No, look, it's not to say Jordan Love won't get better. Look, he's gonna be in his first year as a starter. So, truth is, though, no pun intended, I didn't love Jordan Love coming out. I thought he's fine. He's okay. But I didn't, he was the guy who needed development. The good news is for him, they gave it to him, so he's been there. And look, their formula, say what you want, their formula has worked, like you said, for 30 years, 30 plus, 34 years, something like that. So you got to give that to them. They're just doing the same formula. But I will say this, that formula includes shitting on your Hall of Fame level players at the end of their career. Not so great, dude. Not so great. You probably should, kind of honor that, respect it, and just, kind of deal with that end and do it a little bit better than they're doing. They did the same thing with Brett Favre. Remember, Brett Favre, they knew would want to go to Minnesota and make them pay. They wrote into the contract, if you trade Brett Favre to the Vikings, you will have to give us 3 firsts. Great. So we got him. We cut him. We didn't have to trade shit. He went to the Vikings to make them pay. That's your organization. That's the Packers, man. That's the Packers. Like Brett Favre gave them just heroic seasons, just masterful fourth quarter comeback. It was like he was one of the all-time gritty, great quarterbacks of the NFL, and you screwed him at the end. You know what I mean? It's like, what? And you're doing the same thing with Aaron Rodgers. Like, granted, the formula works for you. Well, that's a lot of bad juju you're putting out there, and I have a sneaking suspicion this one might not work. You can't go into the same candy jar too often, Gunny.
The thing is this, though, right? And that's why I say, like, it's a fan base who doesn't know struggle, right? Because for 30 years, back to back, right, they've been so blessed and fortunate to land into the most difficult position to figure out in all of sports. It has the highest miss rate. It's not even close. No team has back-to-back freaking quarterbacks that are first ballot Hall of Famers. You don't see it. It doesn't happen.
Right. It's rare.
They've been blessed enough to have that. It's rare. And I think because of that level of spoiled, right? That level of, it's like you give a kid candy all the time, you know what I'm saying? They gain weight, and then later on, they just assume they can still keep any candy. They don't know why. At one point or another, it catches up to you. You're going to put on some weight, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to get fat, and you're going to be limited in what you can do and accomplish in life. It just happens. This is them now, like you said, on the back end of it. You've been spoiled your whole life. You don't understand what hard is. And this is why the majority of them now, when they're realizing they're about to go ahead and start a guy Love, who, when you look at his statistics, has not been impressive in his 80 throws that he's had so far in the NFL. But so many of them are so confident. Oh, this guy is going to be great. He's going to dominate. You had the best quarterback in the NFC freaking North and finished third in your division last year. You had the best quarterback in the NFC North.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry to cut you off, Gunny, but just on that before I forget, because I'm in danger of going to the next idea. I'm a run-on sentence, buddy. So, what does he look like, his stats? I just don't. I can pull him up.
I did a video on it, but I want to make sure I say it right.
All right,
I don't want to go ahead and get caught off guard.
And to just make sure.
So Jordan Love, career stats in the NFL. He has a total of 195 yards. Yeah, 195 yards, right? So for his career, he has thrown 50. He's thrown 83 passes, 50 completions for a 60.2 completion percentage, a 7.3 average, 3 TDs, 3 interceptions, and a career long of 63 with a career rating of a 79.7, right? They're literally basing this kid going to be great off of 80 throws, in which they weren't that impressive when you take them accumulatively. I don't understand the logic. And again, a spoiled group of individuals who for the last 3 decades have not known struggle because they've had quarterbacks who can go ahead and elevate the weaknesses on their roster and their coaching or whatever the case might be.
I mean, right?
For Lightning to strike 3 times, you have got to be the most blessed freaking organization on the planet. And like I'm with you. I think they're going to have a rude awakening. The best quarterback in the NFC North, y'all finished third in the division. I don't think Love is going to come save the day. Even their own coach said, "Hey, whoa, relax now. What y'all should be expecting from this freaking quarterback, it's going to be a process." When your coach is telling you that, you would think they would listen, but their fans will tell you, "Nah, we've done this before. We know exactly how it's going to wind up." Okay, good to go.
Yeah,
I can't wait to see it.
Look, and you look at it, right? It's like The whole thing. I mean, obviously,
You're muted, Green Bean. I can't hear you.
Am I? I was just going to ask. Hold on. I don't know why that is. Am I not muted? He can't hear me though, right?
Still can't hear you.
I'm not muted. Hold on. Look at the chat. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on.
I could hear you.
You can hear me.
Yeah.
All right. Gunny can't hear me because I know I've been trying to. I could tell.
It's Gunny.
It's on Gunny.
Can
Check
you hear me?
here. Tell him to look at the mic. Can you hear Jeremy? Speak,
Can
Jeremy.
you hear me, Gunny?
Yeah, I hear you.
You hear me? Okay.
You don't hear me.
I hear GreenBean.
That's fucking strange.
Okay.
But you
Yeah,
can
no,
hear
I
me,
hear you
Gunny?
right now. You just said I can hear you. You said you hear Green Bean. Can anybody else hear Green Bean in the chat? Can somebody write it down?
Everybody hears. Tell him
Yeah,
to go to the personal chat.
We could hear because Boy Green is saying he could hear everyone.
Oh, Boy Green, what's up? What's
Maybe
up, Paulie?
it's just me.
Good to see you, man.
That's weird. I can hear you, but I can't hear him. What the hell?
All right. Tell Gunny to sign off and come back on.
GreenBean is suggesting you sign off and sign back in.
I got you. All right.
All right. Yeah, we'll get Gunny back in. I could tell because I just there were spaces and I would talk and then he would just continue. You know what I mean? I was like, I was literally just writing in the chat. Is my mic off or low or something? I don't know. Do I sound okay?
If you were ever off, you would get one of these kind of
Yeah, right. Like, hey, exactly. I know. I was looking. I'm like, something's up. I do want to say hello. I saw you in the chat there. I want to say hello to Watch UK. New York Sports Wicker Media, as you can see in the chat, has entered the room, has entered the party. So hello to him. He's here with us, as you guys know. And he says he hears everybody. Paul Boy Green Esden, our good friend, recent guest, is here as well. I will be on the Paul Boy Green Esden podcast. I forget the name of it, Paul. Forgive me. And what is it, next Monday? 2 weeks, something like that. So I'm looking forward to that. And T goes in the house as well. We got lots of friends in here. This is nice. Tigo can hear me. All right, so Gunny's coming back. Let's see if you can hear me.
Yes, I hear you now.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine now.
All right.
That was weird.
All right, Jeremy, you're the
That
man.
was really
Thank
weird.
you, buddy.
Thanks,
There
Jeremy.
he goes. Jets chaos, everybody. Thank you, Jeremy. Yeah, I could see it. It was like there was a few seconds there. There was all kinds of movement and chat. It was like, all right, something's up. Something's up.
Okay.
That was strange. That's why I brought
That was
Jeremy
really
on.
weird.
I'm like, all right, let's see if it's me, you. I don't know. But anyway, we're past it. We're past it.
It's a wrap. I'm back.
Yeah. So anyway, I think you made a lot of good points. I was trying to talk to you, but you weren't here in my end. But I forgot what the hell we were talking about anyway, so it's okay. Leo Vernacchio, our good buddy, checking in. Thank you for the super chat, Leo. He says the Packers are full of crap. With this, 49ers are in the hunt. They are scrambling. JD is in complete control. A-Rod is coming, and so is the conditional pick as well. I see it the same way. I think it's a done deal, Leo. Like Gunny was saying before, I think there's also some potential that there's a lot of importance during the dead season to keep interest high. I mean, if you look at, we criticize Roger Goodell a lot, and I think rightfully so. He's changed a lot of things we don't like, kickoffs, things like that. Like he's made kickoffs like just a. And I used to love me some kickoffs, man. And now it's just like it's a 90% touchback kind of thing and all that jazz. And he's done some of that stuff. But on the other end, what he has done, you younger fans, you won't remember this. When the season was over, like after the Super Bowl, it went dark, dude. There was nothing for like 6 months. Every now and then somebody'd get a DUI or somebody get an award. Like that's it. We had nothing. Goodell has almost made it that the NFL is a 365-day-a-year season. You know what I mean? As far as happenings, the calendar, there's always something to look forward to. After the draft and all that, there's like maybe a few weeks where we have kind of a down, like everything goes quiet. It's a few weeks where it used to be almost half of the year. We got nothing. So that's Roger Goodell, and you got to give him that, man. In addition to that, look at how much interest, dude, the ESPN, NFL Network, they're all talking about this every day.
Every single day.
Our shows on this lower end of the spectrum. There's so much interest still going on. And that's what we call money, dude. Clicks, advertisers. So that's what they're doing. I am of the thought that this is already 95% done. Yeah, they're still working on a few details. Joe Douglas is going to get what he wants, in my opinion. Again, like a few months ago, I'm saying, dude, I think it's going to be the 13th pick. I don't feel that way anymore. I think
there's no way
it ain't going to be the 13th pick.
Nope.
And look, if it ends up being that we give them a second and some change, or a pick next year, and look, we traded Elijah Moore and a pick for Aaron Rodgers, and I'm also I think one of the things that came out of the Jets is something I wanted to mention. Look at the narrative out there. Everybody's saying what, Gunny? 1 year rental, 1 year rental, one. Dude, that's something the Jets put out there. Joe Douglas did that. He's not the 1 year rental. In the beginning, we were talking about 2 to 3 years. That's all of a sudden we're getting them for 1 year. That's because the Jets wanted to lower the value. We're not giving you a first round pick for a guy that's going to be here 1 year and all that. Just they did that. That's what the Jets do. Joe Douglas has done that in all of his trades. He's kind of put out stuff that kind of lowers and minimizes things. He doesn't leak shit. Like, again, we've talked about this numerous times. If something comes out of the Jets, it's because Joe Douglas wants it out there. That make no mistake, dude. He's a pro. One of the first things he did, guys, just to remind you, he came into the Jets within the first month, 2 months, 3 months. He identified 2 scouts that were leaks, and he fired them. That's what he did. So, what are you going to do that and allow a bunch of leaks? No. He's an orchestrated, very calculated man, and he's changed the Jets in 3 years. From the friggin' janitors to the trainers to the nutritionists to the doctors to the players to the coaches to the staff, to, the front office staff, and that includes the culture. Dude, he's changed everything. I would just have a little faith. Leo seems to get it. But the 49ers thing, I know you said it, Gunny, but you're pretty confident that that's out, right? That's just smoke.
Yeah, no. There's no way. They have to go ahead and pay Joey Bosa the largest contract for defensive end. They're going to go ahead and front $103 million for a 39-year-old quarterback. They've already beaten that team numerous times, beat the brakes off that team numerous times. Like, where's the leverage? And you've heard them talk so highly about Purdy being their guy. Like, it's just comical to me. Like, if you're going to use a team, use a real team. That's really within the realm. So you're mad about getting the 42nd or 43rd pick, but you're okay with getting the 99th pick for Aaron Rodgers? Make it make sense. Like, it's not even a. So if you want to go ahead and trade Aaron Rodgers within the NFC, so that team can continue to beat the bricks off of you in your own conference, and you did it on the cheap, go ahead. Do it. Become more of a laughingstock. Do it. I'm actually at this point now where I would love to see that come to fruition, because it would make them literally the laughingstock of the NFL. So you bypass getting a top 50 pick to get the 99th overall pick, a couple of thirds, right? And potentially the 31st or 30th. Because I won't lie, if Aaron Rodgers goes to the 49ers, they are Super Bowl favorites in the NFC. 100%. They are Super Bowl favorites in the NFC. But they can't afford them. They don't have the cap space. They want to keep. I'm going to assume they want to keep Bosa, who's going to be there for a lot longer. And I think at his position, doing it at his level, there's not many guys who can do it better. And you're going to give up capital to get this guy too. Oh, while you have 3 quarterbacks in your quarterback room, come on, man, make it make sense. If you're going to use that as leverage to scare us, find a team that makes more sense. That was the easiest one. And then the 49ers came out and said there was no validity to it. Like, their beat writers were like, yeah, this is fake news. They have no interest in Aaron Rodgers. They have not talked to the Packers about Aaron Rodgers. So the 49ers beats writers already came out and said, I don't know where that information is coming from. We've already confirmed it's false. It's fake news. So
it's false.
It was.
Let me say this, Gunny, let me say this. I'm going to show you guys something, okay? I want to show you guys the 49ers plethora of draft picks for this season, okay? When we're talking about the Packers are trying to strong-arm the Jets for 2 firsts, here's what the 49ers have to bring to the table. You guys ready for this? Mm-hmm. Watch this. Here's their pick in the first. We're looking for highlighted green, Gunny. You see any first-round pick?
Don't see it.
You see a second-round pick?
Don't see any seconds. Nah.
All right. Now, okay. Okay, where 99 is the highest.
Which is in essence a 4th-round pick. It's a compensation.
Right. These are
in essence a 4th-round pick. Yeah.
Right. Now, the 49ers, God bless them, have done a masterful job helping with the minority situation in the NFL, and they've I think it's 3 years in a row now, maybe 2 or 3. Their thirds, which are, as far as comp picks go, they're about as juicy as they get. But comp picks, like you said, it's the end of the third round. So like the 99, 101, and 102. One of them's Salah still, and one of them is the guy who got hired. I forget his name. The guy who got hired as a general manager. So that's what those are, and one might be from a player that they lost. I forget, but those are comp picks, guys. That's 99, 101, 102. These are comp picks. All these right here, these are comp picks. You see that? So they have 3/3. That's not devoid of value, but look. And look, again, this isn't the main chart. This is a chart we all talk about out here, but just for reference, gives you an idea. You got 104, 96, 92. So what's that? 292 points. Okay, 292 points essentially breaks down. Look at this, pick 61. So that's all three of those thirds
equal pick 61.
Pick 61, which is approximately what? So here's where the Jets are, 480. So we're two of those. Our one pick is worth almost two. Not quite. 1.5 of pick 60 of pick 61. So again, dude, like, what are we talking about? It's madness, everybody. It's madness. I'd like to hold on. Let me see here what the 49ers 2024 draft picks. Let me see. See if they get their first back. Compensatory picks. Let me see what. So they're getting 4 more comp picks in 2024. Again, they've done a very, very good job with that end of it. And you got to hand it to them, man. You got to give credit where credit's due. Just
100%.
In the same way that you give the Packers credit for what they've done. Dude, 35 years with 2 quarterbacks, man.
Back-to-back
we had 3 last year, dude. 4. We had 4 quarterbacks, right? Well, no, Flacco.
It was 4.
We had 4.
It was Flacco, Zach, Strevler, and of course White.
Yeah, dude, we had 4 last year. They've had 2 in fucking 35 years, man. Half of this chat, they weren't even born, dude. So, do they have any first year? Let me see.
They do. They do have a first next year. But again, I'll say this. I'll confidently say this. If they somehow move mountains and earth and they get Aaron Rodgers, they're Super Bowl favorites, which means congratulations. The pick next year is going to be pick 31. Again, when you calculate the values of our second this year and the second that's being offered next year, would still be higher in terms of value. It doesn't make sense. Like they're in essence arguing with us for saying they're a threat when they're going to be able to get less compensation overall in terms of value, in terms of picks. Yeah, the math isn't mathing in any capacity for this to be real.
Man, you got to know how to math, everybody. You know what I mean? You got to know, and I don't. So that's why I hang out with Gunny. He knows. So Alex Lulu, or forgive me, Lulo checking in. My bad. Thank you for the super chat. You are entered with your $5 and above super chat into the 2 giveaways at the end of the show. Spooky, though, about the trade. What if the other team is the Colts? Fits their MO, and they have a package the Packers may not refuse. Here's the thing, Alex. Aaron Rodgers, he wants to play. He's made it public, dude. He's like, he went on Pat McAfee and he said, I want to play for the Jets. That's what I want to do. So don't forget, dude, the Colts have a rookie head coach, right? Who's their head coach this year? Who was it again? Anybody know? Let me see. I'll find out right now. Colts head coach. Hold on. Shane Steichen. So Colts, February 13 years coach, 12 seasons in the NFL. Okay, let me see. Let me just see what this guy. Steichen, last 12 seasons. Let me see here. Shane Steichen, 12 seasons. They're not telling me much here. What is that? Okay, there it is. Eagles. Sorry, he was the offensive coordinator of the Eagles, so he's never been a head coach. So, look, the Colts, with all due respect to the Colts, they have blown it the last 3 or 4 years. Like, they had a powerhouse, all right? They had a powerhouse, Alex. They have mismanaged the living hell out of it. And they're kind of crumbling in many respects. Now, they're still a good ball club, but they have disappointed year after year after year. Conversely, the Jets have gone, dude, look, say what you want about the collapse last year, and I will not minimize it. I won't. You've heard me say it 100 times if I've said it once. Dude, that was brutal what we watched last year. But in that collapse, there was 6-1, one-score losses and 2 games where the offense didn't even score a touchdown on the, our defense held them to less than a touchdown. Like, so all those kinds of things. We're losing by the skin of our teeth because of our ineptitude at quarterback. Even with that, the trajectory is still going up. 2 wins, 4 wins, 7 wins, 2 rookies of the year. All those kinds of things are happening here. We're on the ascent. Very solid foundation here. Mm-hmm. The Colts just fired 2 coaches in the last year. Okay. Yeah. They fired, what's his name? Frank Reich. Then they brought in Jeff Saturday, whatever that was. He's like, I love Jeff Saturday, but he's never done anything. I don't give a shit. I love Jeff Saturday. It's like Polian, right? Isn't his name? Irsay. He's fucking crazy, man. Let's just be honest. He's like, I love Jeff Saturday, my good buddy. And he let him look. And Jeff Saturday, well-respected guy around the league, but he's never coached, dude. So they let Frank Reich go. They let Jeff Saturday go. And now they got an offensive coordinator in his first-time gig. Aaron Rodgers already said, I don't want to be a part of a rebuild. That's why he didn't want to be part of the Packers. Yep. He's not going to go to the Colts. He'd say, screw you, I'm not going, dude. I'd rather just sit here. I'll just sit here and collect the paycheck. You know what I mean? Like, he has control of this. Make no mistake, dude. That contract they signed with him is made by morons. How could you possibly put $100 million in dead cap in your own just look at you go, no.
That makes 0 sense.
Never.
That's what people aren't realizing, GreenBean. Like, every time I'm hearing about these other potential options, the Colts have like $11 million in cap space. Why would they go that route when they have the 4th overall pick? It makes more sense for them to trade up potentially to number 2 or number 3, get one of those top quarterbacks in this draft. They're already rebuilding. They're not a win now team. They're already rebuilding.
Right.
And for me, when you look at it, this contract in essence has given Aaron Rodgers a no trade clause. And a lot of people are clapping back with, well, he doesn't have a no trade clause. We can send him wherever we want to. Really? At the most important position in sports, this guy is going to go ahead and go anywhere that the Packers decide they want to trade him. If he says he doesn't want to go somewhere, you think someone's going to give up compensation, pay him $60 million, absorb that $103 million cap hit over the next 2 years. Oh, and by the way, is he playing next year or is he not? We don't know. Last we heard, he was 90% retired going into – so that's the logic people are not understanding. No, you're right. And Lee Bruce said a perfect thing. He is worth that contract. You're 100% right. He is. Unfortunately for you, it made more sense for you guys to pay him that contract. But now you got to come off of it because you have love in the wings and you need to see whether or not the kid can play. Because you know why? The 5th-year option is due next year. So what are you going to do? You're going to play Aaron Rodgers next year, him being disgruntled, y'all are clapping back at him in regards to how the whole thing turned out, and y'all wasted a first-round draft pick on Love when you could have added pieces around Rodgers to potentially make a push for a Super Bowl? It makes no sense. Like, if we're being logical here for just 1 minute, let's just get away from fairyland. How does it make sense? You wasted a first-round draft pick that could have been, in essence, a piece that could have allowed y'all to be more competitive in the prime years. As you stated, the last several years were really good for Aaron Rodgers. I mean, he was what? He back-to-back MVPs in the last 3 years. Yet wasted because y'all decided to waste a first-round draft pick on Love, who has sat behind him, hasn't really played, and now you're in a position to either you play Rodgers this year or you play Love. You got to pick one. But nonetheless, it's going to hurt your franchise moving forward. To me, the logical component of just looking at it without the spoiled mindset of a fan who doesn't know what it's like to have a franchise right now in a rebuild stage is just comical to me. It's just beyond comical. And I've gotten to the point now where I've just gotten frustrated trying to explain this to because it's just so every other fan base realizes this except for Packers fan bases. Even 49ers fans were like, get the hell out of here with that. We don't want nothing to do with it. Their fan base is telling you like it's great. But yet the only fan base who doesn't understand how this concept is working and why they're in this position are Packers fans. And to me, it's mind-boggling. Their own GM already told them, we're not expecting to get a first-round draft pick for it. What do they tell you? We ain't letting him go for nothing less than a first-round draft pick. I don't really know.
They want 2 firsts and sauce, Gunny. That's what they want. 2 firsts and sauce. Hey, listen, I'm going to show you something, too, because you bring up a great point about trading up for Love. So they gave a 1st and a 4th for a quarterback while they had Aaron Rodgers.
Yes.
Instead of just getting Aaron Rodgers a stud, even a fucking stud guard, a stud tackle, a stud running back, a stud wide receiver, a stud tight end,
anything.
something. And we're going to show you guys how much a great quarterback can compensate for. Your organization, with all due respect, has really done very, very little to help him. So I'll show you that. Right. I want to show you. Randy Hamilton, what's up, my friend? It's good to see you. Thank you for saying hello. I appreciate the super chat. But yeah, it's good to be back, man. I know it feels like a lot longer. It's funny. On Tuesday night, the Talking Jets panel, I was trying to come on there, and I said to those guys, I was like, dude, I'm really sorry I can't make it again. And I'm sorry it's been a few weeks. And they're like, dude, you were on last week. What are you talking about? This is the first week. I'm like, what? Like, it felt to me, because I've been running around the country all over the friggin' place. I was like, what? Was I there? And they were like, yeah, dude, you were there with you. This is the first week you're not going to do it. I thought I haven't been on the show for 3 fucking weeks. I didn't even know. So it feels like a lot longer on my end. It really is nice to be back with you guys. So thank you, Randy. I really appreciate it. A Blade Runner checking. He says, welcome back, GreenBean. Thank you. And Gunny, thanks for your service. Right on.
Thank you, Beto. Appreciate you.
Yeah. Would you guys swap? Okay, interesting. Here we go, Gunny. It's time to think a little bit. Then we'll get to this list of what the Packers have done. All right. What's up, Jeremy? What do you got? Want me to bring you on? Hold on. Yeah, I'll bring you on. Hold on. What's up?
I just think it's pretty big news. Just before he goes, while he's here, that you might want to know, Frankie has entered the chat. So
Frankie from Flatbush?
Frankie from Flatbush is here. So
holy shit, that is big news.
Some acknowledgement.
Yeah, dude.
Frankie.
What's up, buddy? It's good to see. Hey, everybody, give Frankie some fire emojis, huh? Let's say hello to our good friend, Frankie from Flatbush, Frankie, open invite, my friend. You know that. Anytime, man. It's good. I'm just glad you're alive. You know what I mean? Let's start with that. Every week, dude, there has not been a week that we have not been asked, what's up with Frankie? Is he okay? Something along those lines. So it's really good to hear from you. I can't find the comment, though. What's he saying? He's saying anything?
I'm looking for him. I can't
He's
see it
saying
either.
what's up to everybody. He's laughing. What's up? Just do like the old days when we used to sit in here and chat.
Yeah.
There he is.
He's just hanging out. Let me find his damn. Hold on, Blade Runner. We're gonna deconstruct yours in a second. I see the other super chats. Thanks, you guys. We're gonna get to them all very, very quickly. Let me. I can't. Jesus, I'm behind, huh? Shit. Okay, I gotta catch up here. I don't see any Frankie. I can't fucking see him. Let me see. Holy shit! Oh, there. Okay, wait. So I see the fires.
Go to the very bottom. He has a new one that just came in. Very bottom. Somebody recognized me IRL too.
Oh, there he is. What's that weird symbol, Frankie? Hold on, Blade Runner. I'll get you. There he is. In real life, really? Somebody said, "What's up?" Like, Frankie. What's up, Frankie? Where the hell you been? Yeah, it's good to see Frankie, man. Who doesn't love a little Frankie? We gotta, me and Frankie had plans at one point to rub our beards together, but he bailed.
Play the Frankie facts.
Yeah, right. Right. Thank you, Jeremy. Hold on. Let's do it. Here we go. This is for you, Frankie. Where the hell is it? All right. I can't find. There it is. Hold on. This is for you, Frankie, in honor of Frankie. Oh, that's the old one. Hold on. I got to get the right one. Here it is. Sorry. Here's the Frankie, in honor of you. Here we go.
Frankie's Facts.
There you go. Frankie, remember that shit? All right. It's good to have Frankie in here, man. Frankie's a good dude. Yeah, and hang out, Frankie. Let me know, dude. If you want, reach out. I'll send you the link if you want to hop on, man. It's not seriously. You're more than welcome, man. You just let me know. All right, thank you, Jeremy. I appreciate it. Sure. That light works, dude. Was that when you first started, or did it take?
Yeah. I just grabbed my light.
All right, good. It brings my eyes right to it. Yeah, it was nice. I was like, oh shit, something's on.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be like, hey, Aaron Rodgers just quit. My brain, I'm like, oh shit. What's happening? My mic's broken. Aaron Rodgers is in a car crash. Like, that's where I go, dude. It's the craziest. It's always bad news.
I'll send Frankie the link in case he wants to hop on.
Yeah. Frankie, you just let us know. But you want to come on, say hello, you want to hang out all night, whatever it is for you, or nothing. Like, no pressure one way or the other. I respect and love you either way, man. So all right, Jeremy, thank you, buddy. I appreciate it.
Sure.
There he goes. See, that's the shit Jeremy does, man. Jeremy's this very, very special boy. If you guys haven't checked out his Cravat Attack channel, you really got it. It's fun.
Yeah, it's good.
It really is, dude. They're good
It's
at
good.
this. They're good at what they're doing. All right, so here we go, Blade Runner. We got it. We got to get into this with you. Can't spend too much time, Gunny. I just realized how friggin' incredibly behind I am. But let's see. Would you guys swap 13 and 43 and a 2024 first for 15? So that means 13 slides down to 15, 45, so 43 to 45, and Aaron Rodgers. So next year's first, and we lose 2 spots in the first, 2 spots in the second. But we don't lose any picks this year, and a first next year. Now, that doesn't give us any protection if it is a 1 year, though. So I got to say no without protections. It's not the worst deal in the world, you know what I mean? Because we're giving up nothing. Sliding back to 15 and 45. I mean, that's nothing, dude. But a first next year is something, especially if he doesn't play. But it's close. I mean, I don't know, Gunny. How do you feel about that? Would you want some sort of assurance, though? There's got to be, right?
I think okay, I'll be the first to go on record. I don't believe there's a scenario that Aaron Rodgers only plays 1 year. I truly don't. I don't. But I am also not going to be the guy that's going to say, hey, let's go ahead and just bet it all on the farm, right? I'm going to trust in Joe and understanding that we want that protection just in case. But I don't believe for a second that Aaron Rodgers is only playing 1 year. Even though it's a good tool for us to have in the negotiations. I don't like the first straight up without making it conditional. I would rather make that a conditional first based off of some aspects. It can become a conditional third round pick that can become as high as a first if we make some achievable aspects, make it the playoffs or an AFC Championship game or something like that, because then you're talking about a late first round pick. The fact that I don't like it means it's probably fair, right? Like the way I look at it is this: whenever this trade comes out, if one side feels like, oh, hell yeah, we won, great job by our GM, then that means the other person got fleeced. If all of us are like, it was trash, I can't believe we did this, we did that. Like, if you're seeing people bicker about it, like 90% disagree about it, then it's probably a fair trade.
It's a fair trade, dude.
It's a fair trade.
Do you know the saying, right, about a good deal?
No.
You got to feel like you got screwed. Like, you have to feel like you lost something.
Okay.
If you feel like you lost something, but you still got what you want, then that's a good deal.
Yeah.
You have to, dude.
Yep.
Like,
Oh, you're
that's
right.
when a good deal. Now, if it's a one-sided deal, right? There's nothing wrong with that every now and again. You know what
Exactly.
I mean? Getting 2
Exactly.
firsts and a third for fucking Jamal Adams. You know,
Yeah.
something like that. But right, that's a great point. If you feel oh my God, then that's called a fleece.
Yep. Facts.
If you both feel like, oh man, we should have this, we should have that, but you still got the end result.
Yeah.
That's a good trade. If both
I
sides
don't-
kind of have a feeling like they got screwed, then that's a good trade.
Like for me, looking at this, I'm like, oh, I don't like it. I don't like it because that first next year is pretty much guaranteed. But in all actuality, and let me make sure, I also want to make sure I'm 1,000% clear about this. I've seen a lot of I forget the guy's name, Lee Bruce or whatever. Nobody is saying Aaron Rodgers' talent is not worth a first round pick.
Right, you're right.
Nobody is saying that. There's a misconception of like, oh my God, like we get it. He's a top 10 quarterback with a broken freaking thumb and bruised ribs. I think Aaron Rodgers is still a top 5 talent in the league when healthy. What I'm saying is, market value is market value. Why would we overpay when there's no other buyers out here? It's you selling a product. We're the only buyers. Why would we overpay?
Right.
That's what people don't understand. Why overpay for something? You're bidding against yourself. The way economics works is not like, oh my God, I have this thing. It's worth $1 million. I'm going to sell it for $1 million. Somebody has to pay you $1 million for it to be worth $1 million. That's the thing people just don't understand. Yes, Aaron Rodgers' talent is definitely a couple of first round worthy a price tag in terms of talent. The guy is that good. But why are we going to overpay when there's no other legitimate competition buying for his services? And that contract hurts you guys a lot. It hurts you guys a lot in regards to finding buyers willing to come forward and give compensation. And that's why people just they keep forgetting that piece. It's market. That's not how economics works. It's not. My house is worth $1 million. I'm not going to get $1 million for it if I listed it today for $1 million. I'm going to get what the market dictates it's worth, which is more around like $400,000, right? That's because that's what somebody's going to be willing to pay for my house. And people don't understand that concept. That's what's so confusing about this.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, look, and that's a great way to say it to a point you made a moment ago, which is if you're the only buyer, then you don't negotiate against yourself. You don't go, all right, well, I'll pay
No.
more. You go, no, this is my price, dude. Or and don't forget, the word on the street was that they had an agreement. The Packers decided to change it because they're a bunch of buttholes. Like that's because they're novices, dude. They're not used to being in this realm. They don't do this. Now, with all due respect, I haven't had to, right? So there's that. But they don't do this. This is not their cup of tea. Joe Douglas, on the other hand, his blade is sharpened, dude. Okay? That is what he does. You know what I mean? Going through with Ozzie Newsome. That's what Ozzie Newsome will eat your fucking lunch.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And same thing with Harry Roseman. Harry Roseman ain't no slouch either. So, Joe Douglas is forged. And he's just like, please. I mean, we already know. I'm friends with the Niners. My staff came from the fucking 49ers, dude. I know everything. He put out some bullshit. He just called and said, you called John Lynch. Said, he said, I ain't interested, dude, please. I have no money. I have no draft picks. What am I going to do? I am with fucking, the dolls? My doll collection? What am I going to
We
get?
got some peanuts, man. You interested in some peanuts?
Yeah, I mean, don't forget, dude. Joe Douglas is as well connected of a GM as not we've ever had, but as anyone out there, I would say. He's very well respected, dude. He trades with Andy Reid or Pete Carroll. Like, dude, he trades with everybody. Bill Belichick, the Giants. He doesn't care, and he gets and he makes out on every single deal. Dude, we have not felt like we got screwed once, not once, and that was not the case, dude, for the Jets. I do want to point something out, and I'm sorry for the discomfort that this might cause, but I just want to clarify something. Lucas, he's talking about the minority thing, and look, I understand, like, people don't understand this. I want you to do something, and I can appreciate the racist thing. And Gunny, forgive me, right, buddy?
No, by all means.
But I want to explain something. It's not that you're getting rewarded necessarily for hiring a minority. On the surface, yes. If you go to Wikipedia and look up the Rooney Rule and look at how many minority coaches were hired prior to it and how many since the Rooney Rule, it is night and day. So while I agree we shouldn't have to have this system in here, to make people consider things that are outside their normal comfort zone and normal operations. Yeah. The truth is, Lucas, is that inside the NFL, we did not hire minorities for senior positions, general manager, head coaches, coordinators all day, every day. Position coaches, no problem. Head coach, GM, it's non-existent. There was like one GM before the Rooney Rule. One. So just go take a look and you'll see it. At some point, it'll end, hopefully, because you won't need to. It'll just be the best guy. That's what it'll be. But they had to do something to shake the foundations of what we call an old boys club.
Yep.
You see kids, you see great coaches, kids getting hired ahead of guys with no experience. Like, they have no experience. They're getting hired before guys with 15 years of experience. That's not cool. And we have to change that. They tried a few things. So the Rooney Rule, I understand why people don't. And I'm sorry. I know this can be sensitive. I'm trying to do it as best I can. But just simply go to the Rooney Rule on Wikipedia. Look at how many minority coaches were hired. By the way, the Jets are in there before the Rooney Rule. I want to point that out. Yep. Okay. The Jets are not in question, everybody. That's not us. No. We're good. Okay. But if you look at it before the Rooney Rule and after, dude, it's night and day. All right. So it did something. It's changing. Sometimes you gotta shake the fucking cart, man. Sometimes. So.
And just to add to that, like, Lucas, I'll tell you the same. I agree. I think it's a ridiculous rule as well. I think it's ridiculous that we even have to do it like this. I'm the believer in, like, best man wins, right? Best man, best woman, they win, right? It's competition. But I think, again, this became an issue, and as GreenBean eloquently put it, because they weren't even being given the opportunity to interview for these roles. Right. Like, if you look at the Rooney Rule, the rule is in place primarily to get these guys in front of GMs, in front of owners, to have an opportunity at getting hired. I think that in itself should have been the end of it. I am not a fan of, hey, great job, you hired a black guy, or you hired a Hispanic guy. Here's an extra pick. I don't like it. I don't like it because I do think it takes away from what those guys have accomplished and why they're being interviewed. When, like, in this situation, it's being like, man, they got that many picks because they were able to get a Hispanic guy hired or a black guy hired or whatever the case might be. It kind of takes away from those guys.
Whatever.
A Muslim, exactly. It takes away from what those guys have achieved, their hard work. So I'm with you. I don't like it either. I don't. But I do understand the Rooney Rule in regards to why it had to be done because, again, this isn't old boys club. These guys are kind of set in their ways. And I'm not even necessarily saying they're racist, but we're comfortable with what we know. That's just human nature. You are more comfortable with what you know, right? You're more related with what you're more relatable to. And some people haven't adjusted from that. Like, our generation is different, right? We've all had to adapt and adjust, but a lot of them came up when that wasn't the case. But just to be fair, I agree with you. I think I don't like that they're rewarding it because it almost takes away from those guys' accomplishments at what they arrived at. Whereas the Rooney Rule, I do understand why it kind of mandates you at least give an opportunity to get these guys in front of you for them to have a shot at the job. So I get where you're coming from.
Yeah, I mean, look, and there were plenty of solutions before that, dude. Everybody was talking about it for 20 years.
Yep.
Nothing changed.
Nothing
And
happened.
that's the whole thing. Like, again, hopefully 15 years, 10 years, we don't have this shit anymore. We don't need to do this because it's just best man.
Yeah.
It ain't there, dude. And this is the thing. This is the thing that goes, makes people go, Like Gunny just said, got to get him in the room.
Yep.
That's it. And you'll see that. I don't give a shit what color he is, what
Exactly.
what religion. That guy's good.
Yeah.
And that's where we got to get to. So anyway, Lucas, I appreciate you bringing it up. Wait, am I not plugged in? Oh, shit. Hold on. My computer's going to die. Hold on a second.
Oh, crap.
Go ahead. If you wouldn't mind reading Leo's thing.
Yeah, sure. Leo, appreciate the super chat, brother. So we got you at, it would be a disgrace if all of a sudden the Packers turn around and do a deal with another team. It will be bad business. NFL teams will no longer deal with Packers. Rodgers will be a Jet. All right, when it comes to this, I don't think that. Personally, for me, if they trade them within the NFC, I can see where you're coming from. They kind of took a hard stance on, like, we're not trading them into the NFC. Why make our competitors better, right? Why limit ourselves, which I think makes a lot of sense. If they were to trade him within the NFC, I can see how him backpedaling and whatnot would kind of show how he kind of caved into his own original statement. But if somebody's willing to offer them a first-round draft pick, right, and they go with that, I don't know about y'all, I am not going to be upset about that. I know a lot of Jets fans are freaking out about it. If let me rephrase that. If somebody can give them higher than the first round, like a 20 or below first round draft pick, I won't be upset about that. But if somebody gives them a late first for them and they go with that route, again, I can't be upset about that because we don't have a late first to give. I just don't think he's worth the 13th overall pick. I don't think giving away that premium pick for somebody that, again, as talented as he is, you're taking on a very, very limiting contract over the next couple of years. You're writing a check for $60 million to this guy come September. And even though I believe he's going to play for more than 2 years, that's not a guarantee. Aaron Rodgers could have us in the same boat next year that he's kept the Packers organization over the last couple of years, trying to figure out what he's going to do, which hinders your ability to make moves. So if somebody was to come and swipe him from us because they're willing to go ahead and put their franchise on the line and pay all that money and give up a first-round pick, more power to him. I don't think getting fleeced over this deal makes us less of a laughing stock. Like, I don't think that's going to help the continued culture and progress we've seen the team take for the long run. It would be a very, very short-term fix. And imagine this. Imagine Aaron Rodgers gets hurt after we get fleeced for a first-round pick. Imagine Aaron Rodgers decides, like, he's going to retire after a few bad games. Like, so many things can go wrong with that. And I can eat the L if it's a second-round pick. I would struggle very mightily if we give up the 13th overall pick for a guy that we don't really have any guarantees for moving forward.
Yeah, and look, I will say, I'll bring up another point. You heard what Joe Douglas did, right? And again, I want to maintain, like, we've talked often about, like, people are going to stop taking Joe Douglas's calls, right? He just keeps getting away with murder, right? There's a reason for that. Joe Douglas is very well respected, and he's done a lot of things. Don't forget what he did when we were a laughingstock, in 2020 or whatever the hell it was. He gave away a lot of our good players vets for nothing. He gave them to teams that needed a player. He gave for chump change, Steve McClendon, Avery Williamson. He gave them to Super Bowl contenders. McClendon even made it to and won a Super Bowl ring. He got like a 7th in 2 years for McClendon. So he did those things. He puts into the league. But look what he said at the owners' meetings. And again, doesn't mean this is what he's doing. He could be talking to the Ravens about Lamar Jackson all day. But what he said publicly was like, hey, man, Lamar said he requested a trade. Is that a good plan B? He said, we're not talking. He goes, dude, if I did that, that would be negotiating in bad faith. I am committed to the Packers. And that's why he's so respected. Conversely, the Packers are like, hey, the 49ers, hey, the Colts, me. Like they don't know how to do this. Joe Douglas is a consummate professional. And again, he's as well connected and well respected as any general manager in the league right now. And don't forget what came out about him via the agents during free agency 2 years ago. They said the Jets are not the Jets anymore.
Yep.
That's what they were saying. Yep. Okay. So there was that one agent with Marcus May. He's a complete peckerhead, dude. He, and by the way, he's the same agent that pulled that Kyler Murray shit with the he agreed to sign the needs to read books, or fucking play books for 3 hours a day or some shit. Like that's the guy we're talking about that threw Joe Douglas under the bus. Jeremy, are you shining a light or is that just your head? I don't mean to be funny. Just your head? Okay, I'm sorry. Just a glare in your head.
Got that shine.
I thought it was
that shine.
I'm sorry. He was doing something, and I saw. I don't know. So, anyway, but thank you, Leo. I don't think. I mean, look, if the Packers just decide to get a better deal, I don't think anybody's going to blame them.
No.
Now if they went and traded them to the
49ers
the Bucks for a fifth,
then I'll be like, you got to be freaking
like,
kidding me, right? Like these guys
bags.
are bums. Then it's different. Then it's different. But if they get a first rounder from somebody, I'll be like, well, damn. All right, well, they got a good deal, a real good deal. Because I would be upset if it was us giving it up.
Yeah, hell yeah. I do want to say hello to our friend Dylan Terriman from Jetnation Radio's in the chat, man. What's up, Dylan? It's good to see you. I gotta have him on again. Has he been on since you've been here, Gunny? Did we have Dylan on?
I don't think so.
No. All right. I'll see. I'll see if you can come on with us, Dylan. See if you got some time. Dylan's a very, very busy man. He is. So Red John checking in. Would you give up our first for Aaron Rodgers and their second and third? Yeah, 45 and let me see where they are. Let me see.
What's their third pick?
Yeah, let me check it out.
Red John.
I'll tell you right now.
Hard on that one.
All right, so they have pick 45 and 78. So we give them 13. And Aaron and they give us
Rodgers.
A second, a third, and Aaron Rodgers. I think I might do. We'd have 42, 43, 45.
Damn.
And
yeah.
74. Oh no, we don't have a third. So then we get a third.
We don't. So we would get a third.
I might do that.
I think I would do that. Yeah, and I think I would do that. I do. It's enough arsenal for Joe Douglas to go ahead and trade back into the first and get one of those offensive tackles we're looking at, and still have enough capital to go ahead and get the center, get a lineman. Man, I think. Yeah, shit. That was good, Red John. That was good. I think that would get me. And again, I don't know if I would like it until we see, like, of course, how Aaron Rodgers plays out. I would still feel like, damn, we over first. But man, I think I would do that.
So look at this. I want to show you guys something, Red John. You're making me think here. I want to show you guys. So look, a lot of times when we talk about draft value, right, we use what we call the Jimmy Johnson draft value chart. But there are others,
the draft chart,
and we don't talk about them enough. I'm going to make a video about them. There are 3 or 4 that are kind of more accurate these days. Now, the one that I use when I show you guys, let me see something. Like here, I'm going to show you guys something. So I'll show you the Jimmy Johnson. So look, this is the Jimmy Johnson. Ah, shit. Is this the Jimmy Johnson? I can't see. Let me see. Let's see. Yep. Okay. So this is the Jimmy Johnson. All right. Now you see up here. Right here, you see like the first pick is worth 3,000 points. And the reason that the Jimmy Johnson draft chart, everybody, is kind of, it's fallen out of favor because once you get past the third round, it starts to get ridiculous. So you look, how could pick 1 be worth $3,000 and the first pick in the 4th round be less than 100? And then look over here, you're going 18.6, 18. So it's worth 0.4 points. So, like, look at this. 1 point. And then what? Just the last fucking 50 picks are worth 1? These are all the... So, 223 has the same exact value as 259. So, this is why. Do you see this? That's why it's fallen out of favor. Now, conversely, PFF has a chart that a lot of teams are rumored to use. Now, teams keep this quiet. They don't really make public which charts they use. But when they're negotiating with one another, from what I understand, they kind of they converse and go, hey, this is how we're saying, okay, you're using that. This is kind of what they do. So I'm going to show you guys this one. This one is called, what is it called again? This is the Rich Hill drift. So again, that one was a Jimmy Johnson one. This one is the Rich Hill model. You're going to see some significant differences, but still imperfect. It does something very similar on the back end, but this is considered closer. All right. So look at this. What do you see? Oh, that's the same one, isn't it? Yep. Sorry. Hold on.
Yeah.
Shit, man. This is going to be hard because it doesn't differentiate here, Gunny. Let me see. Is it? See, it's going to be the same fucking one. It is. Look at this. How come what's going on?
Yeah.
All right, hold on. It's got to be this one then.
Having some technical difficulties. Bear with us.
Yeah,
Bear with us. All right, there we go.
All right, so you see this. Look at the difference here.
Yeah, 1,000.
So,
yeah.
So look, this is the New York Jets. I have the New York Jets highlighted for us. So we're looking at the Jimmy Johnson chart. Our pick is worth, what is it worth? It's worth 1,150 points. Over here, it's worth 336 points. See the difference? So
yeah.
Then pick 42 is worth 142. So it's going down incrementally, more steadily. But then as you get down here, it kind of does. Well, look what they're doing here. So look, pick 137, 138. This is the same. And that makes sense to me. It's like, yeah, of course, it's a little bit more value, but we're talking about it's round 5. These 3 picks are approximately the same value. These 2 picks are approximately the same. These 3. So they're doing that. It's going 2, 3, 2, 3. See, and they're doing that. But then back here, it kind of they run out of space. 3, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. It does it all again. Now maybe they decided that those are all the same value. I don't know, but this is a little bit closer to what they're really negotiating with. And I know we talk about it a lot out here. We go, oh, well, the Elijah Moore trade was actually worth this. Well, let's take a look at the Rich Hill chart. So look, we gave Elijah Moore and pick 74, right? So 74 is worth 64 points here, right? And they gave us 142. So that's 128, right? Right? That's what that is. 128. So I don't know. I can't math, dude. It's just the funniest thing. I get lost in the sauce immediately. Jeremy, you're math, right? Can I bring you on for a second? Are you good? All right. Jeremy's a math professor. I don't know if you guys knew that. Really? I know you guys think he's stupid.
A math professor.
Aren't you? Where are you?
I taught high school math.
You did? Oh, I got to bring that back up. I got to make your face small. Hold on. You taught high school math. Professor.
Some algebra.
Sounds like a math professor to me.
Sounds like a right, Gunny. That's what I'm talking about. So, Jeremy.
Math professor to me.
All right. Right. So, look, pick. So, all right. Here we go. So, wait, is that the wrong one again? I'm telling you, man. I don't know why. It keeps flipping on me, dude. I don't know why it's doing that.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's doing that. Hold on. This is stupid. This thing. No, it's flipping, dude. It's literally flipping on me. I'm sick of it. If I do it one more time, I'm just going to try it again. Here we go. There's no way. All right, here we go. I'm going to try it again. Dude, this is unbelievable.
Yeah, you're glitching. I think you're glitching right now, GreenBean.
Oh, dude, it's the damn computer. It's like when it comes up, if I pick the same one. Let me see something. It's going to be this one. Dude, that is fucking crazy. Hold on. All right. It's got to be it. There it is. All right. Okay. It flip-flops. It's like it's not. If I pick the first one this time, come back and pick the second one, the first one's now in the second spot. Like, I don't know why it's doing it. So, Jeremy.
Yeah.
We gave them pick 64. I'm sorry, 74, which is worth 64. They gave us pick 42. So what is Elijah Moore worth? I can't do it.
So wait a second. We gave them 64 points of value.
Yeah. We gained 142 points of value. So what is it's 142 minus 64.
So it's 142 minus
64.
64,
Yeah.
which is 78, which should be an early, like a third round
which is
pick.
78, which is pick 65. So that's what we're looking at on this chart.
So that's a super early third round pick.
So it's a high third. So that's what we gained in the Elijah Moore trade. It's very close. I think the other one was 68, something like that. So it's close, but you can see it starts to veer off, and especially up here. I mean, look, when you go from 3,000 to 1,000, and the second pick, so look, it goes down 400 points in the Jimmy Johnson from pick 1 to pick 2. And this one, it goes down 300 points. And then 200 points. So you see, it starts to, it's like the old thing, you know, when they say like a captain, a shipping captain, you leave LA, you're heading to Honolulu, but you're off 1 degree. You won't realize it until you fucking see New Zealand that you've been off 1 degree, because over time just starts to, you know, just slowly. And then you're like, oh my God, that's Hawaii. No, that's New Zealand, buddy. You're going to go see Braden. You think you're going to Hawaii to see whoever. We have anybody from Hawaii in here? I don't know.
Before we ever decide whether that was a good trade or not, you know, if Elijah Moore now breaks out and has 1,000-yard plus seasons, Cleveland clearly won the trade. But if Elijah Moore's whole career is just going to be 600 yards, 650, maybe touches 700, and that's it, then it wasn't us. It's just him. You know, like it's yet to be determined. But I will say this: look, we used an early second round pick. He didn't have productive 2 years that blew anybody away, although we thought he played well. Then he had a temper tantrum. We had to send him home, so it was bad for the locker room. We end up getting a third round back for a second round. That's not that bad when you look from the perspective of you have to get rid of a player you drafted 2 years later who hasn't exactly put up good numbers, and you only lose 1 round.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. And look, it's all like this. I'm sorry, Jeremy. Hold on. I'll get that off your damn face. Wait, let me do this. All right, so that's the trade chart situation, guys. And I'll make a whole video on all the trade charts, and I'll show you the difference. And all. There's like 4 or even 5 that teams are rumored to be using. Jimmy Johnson is considered antiquated. So that is what it is. But what was I going to say? Shit. Damn it. I was just going to say something, Jeremy. What was I going to say? Talk to me. What were you just saying? Oh, Elijah Moore. Look, if Elijah Moore goes there, like you said, he's a successful receiver, but we get to the Super Bowl with Aaron Rodgers, it's a success on both ends. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like when Joe Douglas traded Sam Darnold. They said, if he goes down there and he's successful, that's going to be a bad look for you. He's like, I can give 2 shits. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fuck. I'm building a good team over here. If Sam I'm not rooting. Sam doesn't need to succeed for me to feel good about myself, man. You know what I mean? I mean, it's a fail.
Sure.
He doesn't need to fail for me to feel good. I'm rooting for that kid. He's a good kid. I like him. I believe in it. You know what I mean? So that's all. It can work out on both ends. There's nothing wrong with that either, guys. Let's not forget. All right, Jeremy, you're the best. I appreciate it. Okay. You want to say anything else?
Yeah, like we brought up Elijah Moore, and I personally felt like we lost the trade. I think in terms of what his talent level is, what he can be with some competent QB play, I really think this kid's going to be good. I mean, again, the speed, the ability to go ahead and get open in a freaking phone booth, like the route running is clean. He had a 1.5% drop rate on all targets sent his way, which was by far elite amongst the top 5 in the NFL in terms of drop rate. I really think Elijah Moore, man, is a talent, but if it wasn't a fit, it wasn't a fit, right? I think that I think every Jets fan wanted to chop his head off when he asked for a freaking trade in the midst of a win streak. And I don't think he ever recovered from that. Now, once I found out that apparently he asked again for a trade, I was like, oh, well, fuck him then. Yeah. I mean, at that point, it was. I went from like thinking it was a horrible trade to like, you know what? It is what it is. It is what it is. But now I do believe that E. Moore is going to actually crush it in Cleveland. I think a competent quarterback with that kid's talent, man, I know we had a lot of hate because of what he did. And again, trust me, Jetsfan, I was one of the ones calling for his head on Twitter. I thought potentially with LaFleur being gone, that he'd go ahead and have a change of heart, and we could see this guy really focus in with a good quarterback coming in, see what he can really do in the NFL. I really thought we had a wide receiver 1A and 1B with that combo of him and Garrett Wilson. But asking for a trade again. And I was like, all right, well, fuck them then. It is what it is. But I do think that in terms of the trade value, just measuring it as is, right? Not like what it can become. I think the Browns got us on that trade. I think this is the first time our guy Joe lost a trade in this moment, right? So again, somebody said it perfectly. Hey, we might lose the battle, but that's to win the war, right? Like you said, if we wind up winning the Super Bowl because that 42nd pick turns into Aaron Rodgers, like, are we going to really be complaining? No, not at all. But in terms of that battle, when it comes to just that trade, I don't think there's many wide receivers in this draft better than Elijah Moore. And I'm talking about the first rounders too. And that's just my perspective on it. But again, if we lost the battle to win the war because we're going to use that to get, Aaron Rodgers in the building and that takes us to the playoffs, AFC Championship game or Super Bowl, then by all means, let's go ahead and take that L.
Yeah. Well, and that's a good way to look at it, man. Again, I'm not ready to say that we lost anything. Look, if you just look at it as far as he used a second and got a third value, then he's losing value. But when you compare that to real draft busts, you know what I mean? Like when you just draft a guy, Stephen Hill, you keep him for fucking 3 years and he sucks and you cut him. You know what I mean? Figuring out how to get value for a guy that you've identified as a cancer and or stinks or whatever the problem is. That's a good move, and sometimes, that's all you can do, like how many times you see, how many picks in the first round make it and are the elite guy you think they are. It's not as much as you think.
It's very few.
And so this is part of the deal. So I see Frankie agrees with you, Gunny. Frankie feels like the Browns may have come away with the victory here. Maybe. I think Elijah Moore's a talent too, but I'm pretty sure that pick is going to be what gets us Aaron Rodgers and still enables us to have a pick in the second round. That's fine by me. It's fine by me, especially when you add Alan Lazard and get Mimsy some action, and we have Garrett Wilson and shit. Man, get him out of here. And I mean, Hackett doesn't need the little shifty guy. We got McCall Hardman. Let's be real. I mean, when you look at Elijah Moore and McCall Hardman, I mean, McCall Hardman's a few years older, of course, but it's like who's put up more, there's no comparison at this point in their career. Now, there are reasons for that. Elijah Moore hasn't exactly had a stellar quarterback.
Patrick Mahomes throwing him the ball.
Exactly. So there's that. So, we'll see. But I think there is an argument to be made. So on both sides. But, hey, I don't see any reason why he can't be successful there with Watson, who, by the way, don't write him off, dude. 2 years ago, he was arguably the quarterback in the NFL. So
Facts.
just because he looked rusty coming back after a 1.5-year hiatus, I wouldn't write him off, man. He was one of my favorites, if not my favorite non-Jet quarterback in the NFL back then. So, having Elijah Moore with Amari Cooper ain't nothing to fucking shake a stick at.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But, if he goes over there and does well, but we use that pick to get Aaron Rodgers, then, dude,
It's a win-win. Yeah.
Win-win. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I want to thank our buddy William Sprague for celebrating his 3-month membership as a stream beaner. Use those fun emojis, William Sprague. I'll throw some up there for you. Hey, William, these are for you, buddy. Here you go. Boom, 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 boom. There you go. That's from me to you, buddy. Here you go. Right there. There you go. That's for me to William. If you guys want to join the Stream Beaners, help support the channel and also increase your access to all the neat little emojis and free super chats that you get. You can hit the little join button underneath the channel. It is greatly appreciated. But William's message says, it's the G&G Jets report live with GreenBean and Gunny. Oh, the G&G. Look at that. I like that. Bringing you all the latest, right? Not bad. As we suffer through another year, stay tuned. Wait, what's for the late? Let me see something. Hold on here. For the latest news. There it is. That for some reason that didn't pop up, William. Sorry. For the latest news. Well, thank you. Maybe we'll do that. I'm going to ponder that. I'm going to absorb it and meditate on it, William. The latest news, the G&G show. I like it. But William, I appreciate your support, buddy. You're one of the great supporters of my channel and everything, and I sincerely appreciate it. And I thank you. You are entered. Jeremy, let's enter him. Okay. Like when those come up, let's make sure we enter those. Thank you. So you're entered into the contest. Okay, William. So there you go. Let's see what we got here. Oh, dude, it's almost 9:40. Holy cow. We got to get to the trivia in a minute. We'll get Y2K on. Frankie's favorite was always the trivia. Frankie was really a trivia head. He loved himself some trivia. Let's see. GreenBean, hop on
So
the
he
stream.
won a lot.
No, Frankie hated it. He was like, I don't fucking know. He was just like,
that was sarcasm.
Like, I don't know. He was like, I don't know. I don't know what's happening. Hold on. Chode, I'm going to get right to you. Look at Paul Buttery. Does anyone think GreenBean's hair looks super suave tonight? What do you
It
think?
does look a little slick back. It does look slick back. I noticed. I thought you did something with it. I thought you put a little gel in there or something.
Yeah, it was like, I made a decision. 2 months ago, I made a decision not to give a shit. I swear, I don't care. That's what I did 2 months ago. I knew I was going on this spiritual retreat. I was going to go in the Everglades, dude, and just like disappear for days. I knew it. I was like, I don't care. My friend said to me the other day, I said, oh man, I'm looking old. He goes, well, you've kind of adopted a Kenny Rogers look, dude. So you got to know that comes with the territory. He's old. My beard was probably 2-3 inches longer. It was down here. You guys saw me though, but I had hair. Like I could my hair was like, if I pulled it up, it was like, you know what I mean? It was like a big thing. So I got a haircut. That's all it is. But thank you, Paul Buttery. Suave. I haven't been called suave in a while, Gunny. I got to admit. But yeah, man. Let's see. So Chode, what's up, buddy? Checking in. Thank you for the super chat, my friend. He says, shout out to the Packer fans losing their minds over Rodgers coming to the Jets. The NFC North has been the yellow brick road to the playoffs in that scrub division. And in 30 years, you only got 2 with Hall of Fame quarterbacks. That's sad. Now, look, I'm going to use this, Chode, to point out. Hold on. Yeah, here it is. So we're going to do this. Now, he brings up a great point, Gunny. It's like the AFC East for the Patriots. Like, let's not forget, the Patriots had the lowly Bills, Dolphins, and Jets in their division. Essentially, they got a free 4 to 6 wins every
year,
single year. So what does that do?
Correct.
When they were a good team, make no mistake, they were among the elites, but they got a bonus 4 wins. So what that does is it takes them when they're playing the Peyton Manning Colts or whoever, they got an extra 4 wins. So what do they get? Home field advantage.
Yep.
First round bye. They get that every friggin' year. Whenever the Patriots had to play in the wild card, they lost. You know what I mean? I think that's true. And that's a real stat.
That's accurate. Yep.
Yeah. So like whenever they had to play like the Ravens in the wild card, they got their ass kicked. And that's the thing. Like we gave them, it was the easiest path, the path to least resistance. There were some years that they got 6 extra wins because we sucked, dude. That's what it was. Yeah, they left. It's like Tom Brady said, Daisy, you think you own the Jets? He goes, I own the whole color green, dude. Are you fucking kidding me? They had 1 year, 2010. That's 1 year. The Rex 2009, 2010, let's say 2 years. When we won the playoff game against the Pats, Rex was 3-2 against Bill Belichick. He never beat them again. Never. So, I mean, we had that moment, but that's it. You know what I mean?
That was it.
So, Chode, take a look at this, and me and Gunny are going to talk about this. Again, like Chode points out, everybody, he says, path of least resistance, they had Hall of Fame quarterbacks and only got to 2 Super Bowls, 2 Super Bowl rings. And you look at this. This is why that happened, because you're using your Hall of Fame quarterback as a reason not to. He's so good. We don't even have to give him anything. Like we don't even have to support him. This is what they've done since 2000. Oh, this is not the one. Hold on. I'll get there. It's this one. This is a better list. So, okay, here's their entire list of first-round picks. Now, Chode, I'm going to pull your comment off just so we can see a little bit clearer. I don't have to do that. I can do this. Here we go. So, in 1951, no, I'm just kidding. So, let's see. So, we'll go up. So, look. So, here's where they drafted Aaron Rodgers, right? They drafted Aaron Rodgers in 2005, and he sits until 2008 when they had no draft pick, right? So this is what they've given him in the first round, which is where the elite talent lives, all right? They've given him a defensive tackle, a linebacker. Now, this is a nice little stretch. They gave him 2 tackles. Brian Bulaga, as we know, stud muffin, right? Love Brian Bulaga.
Yeah.
What are these colors? Let me see something. What are the colors? I got to see. Where's the key? Hold on a second. Hall of Fame, Packers Hall of Fame, most valuable player, rookie of the year. Okay. Pro Bowl. So Pink is a Pro Bowl. Where out? Brian Bulaga never made a Pro Bowl? That surprises me.
That's very surprising. That guy was a beast.
Yeah, dude. Okay, so look, they give him 2 tackles. So we got defensive tackle, linebacker, tackle, defensive end, safety, nose tackle, no pick for whatever reason, cornerback, defensive end, safety, fucking cornerback, inside linebacker, defensive line. That is how poorly mismanaged the Packers have been. And this is with 4 organ. I mean, what? So when did Mike McCarthy come? So they had, hold on a second. Aaron Rodgers, I don't think, let me see. Mike McCarthy. Hold on. I'm going to find this out real fast for everybody. Let me see. Mike McCarthy came to the Packers as their head coach in 2006 to 2009. So he was there 12 years, actually. I thought it was only like 8 years. So maybe I'm off on that one. All right, so he was there 12 years. So he came in 2006. So he had Aaron. He was always there with Aaron. Aaron Rodgers was always there with him. So, okay, that's only 2 organizations then. Not bad. Not bad. I thought it was going to be 3. But so Mike McCarthy never thought it paramount to give Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre, for that matter, because he had Brett Favre for 3 years.
For 3 years. Yeah.
So he never thought it was important enough to give these guys a single weapon. Nothing. Not one running back. Not one wide receiver. Not one tight end. Not once. So the idea that they got, it's like when you say, dude, Aaron Rodgers, you only got 1 Super Bowl ring. Dude, that's a testament to him. Yeah. They didn't give him shit, man. As a matter of fact, they're trading up in the first round to take his replacement. And what did he do in response to that? 2 MVPs.
Back-to-back MVPs.
Right. Back-to-back MVPs. He said, screw you. This is what you're playing with right now. That's why getting Aaron Rodgers now, when he said, well, I was thinking of retiring, then I heard that the Packers moving on, he got pissed off, and he said, I'm playing for the Jets. Dude, getting that version of Aaron Rodgers is exactly what you want. We've seen it twice. Yeah. When he was skipped over in the draft, he held that resentment for 3 friggin' years.
He did.
You know what I mean?
And took the league by storm.
And then just crushed everybody. And then when he was kind of looking like he might be slipping a little tiny bit, they draft a quarterback, and he says, back-to-back MVPs. Well, if he's so great, why didn't he go to Super Bowl? Well, why don't you take a look at their friggin' draft picks? Because in those years, they gave him a defensive end, a safety, and a quarterback. That's why. And a cornerback. That's what they gave him to win with. How do you do that? You know what I mean? Now, granted, there's more picks and more rounds. I understand, right? And they use the second round on wide receiver. I get it. But taking a second round wide receiver, at the end of the second round is much different than taking a first round wide receiver in many instances. Now, the top of the second round is a different story. But anyway, it's a great point, Chode. And when you bring Aaron Rodgers down here to a team that has placed a premium on bringing in weapons, Garrett Wilson at the top of the heap, it's a different story. So anyway, Chode, thank you. Let me see. So we got one more super chat here from Thomas Cahill. Let me get that off here. GreenBean, the Manscaped beard's looking good. Oh, you like that? I know this is the first it's interesting, Tom. This is the first week that it's not. This is the non-Manscaped cure. It's always been up to this point, but not always, obviously, but last 2 years or so. But this is the first one. This was a scissor cut, Gunny. She went.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, she took her.
Oh,
she took
that's
her
skill.
And really, my buddy, he's like, dude, she's the only one who cuts my beard. I'm like, really? His beard always looks good. She's like, I'd be happy to cut yours if you like. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna get out of my comfort zone. I just came out of the damn jungle. I'm feeling all spiritual and shit. Go ahead. I'm letting go, man. 5 minutes in, I'm like,
give it a whirl.
But then I was happy. I'm very happy with it, but I was scared during it.
No, it turned out good. It turned out really good.
Thank you. And thank you, Thomas. I appreciate it, and I appreciate you, my friend. Let's go ahead and get to some WA2K action. Lee's still here. Dude, wow. I got to give it to you, Lee. Thanks for the hang, man. Hey,
He
look,
is
dude, he's
dedicated.
allowed to feel how he's stupid.
No, 100%. And as I'm watching him, I'm reading some of the stuff he's saying. It's just somebody who's a passionate freaking Packers
That's
fan.
right.
We would do the same thing if it was the Packers. I've done it. I've jumped on Packers freaking podcast now, just freaking backing up, protecting my Jets. He's doing the same exact thing. We'll disagree with a lot of the stuff he's saying, but he's seeing it from his perspective, while everybody else sees it from there. So I'm just impressed he's stuck around this long. Most times people tap out and they run for the hills.
Yeah, they hang out for 30 minutes. So
Yeah.
Lee made it, dude. You're going on 2 hours with us, bro. So thank you. And look, that's the thing, man. You know, you gotta, like I always say, like, dude, as long as you're not in here like trolling, it's one thing to have your opinion and it happens to disagree with ours because you're on the other side of the damn argument. There's nothing wrong with that, man. Nothing. I tell people all the time, relax. Let him have his point. When you're in here, like, just, you know, blah, ha, 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 you suck. Like, that's fuck, get out of here. You know what I mean? That's stupid. He's got his points. He believes what he believes. Again, he's not necessarily anywhere in the correct category, in my opinion. But then again, that's just my friggin' point of view. So what do I know? Is that the real
Feelings over
Frankie
facts.
super fan? I don't know. I think it is.
That's a good
He's saying
question.
stuff that sounds like Frankie, but anybody could do that, I guess. Maybe it's J. Cole. Maybe J. Cole's mimicking Frankie, Jeremy. What do you think? You think that's possible? No?
That's
Definitely
very
Frankie?
possible.
Hold on. Yeah, I'm going to
very,
bring
very
Watch2K on too. Watch2K, we're going to get ready for trivia. I see one more super chat. We'll get to that. And but I'll bring Jeremy and just real quick, you know, short answers. Jeremy, do you think that's J. Cole or do you think it's an imposter, Frankie?
Definitely not J. Cole. I'd be surprised if it was an imposter because he's saying things that are Frankie-like things. Like he's saying some pretty smart, analytical things.
Yeah, but if you watch Frankie for a long time, you could kind of do Frankie. You know, I mean, if it was J. Cole, he would have mentioned soup at some point.
J. Cole can't go 5 minutes. We can't go 5 minutes.
And what is going to think about chicken soup? You're like, oh, fucking J. Cole. Y2K, you think it's really Frankie?
I was thinking it was Frankie, but his last comments got me a little bit perturbed. Everybody loves the Packers. I am an owner of that team.
He is.
Yeah.
Okay.
He is.
Okay.
He is.
I don't think I was aware of that. Okay.
Yeah,
you know what? I'm buying that Frankie
Packers
because
fans
he's
own a little state.
he's being rational. So,
I could confirm
Frankie's
it. Frankie, if you got your phone, just reply to my text. I sent you the stream link to come on. Even if you don't want to come on, just reply to my text so we can confirm it's you.
Yeah. Lucas asked, "Who's J. Cole?" Lucas, you're fortunate. Just let it go.
Oh, Lucas, dude, you're gonna have to hang out You're gonna have to hang out with us for a while longer, man. You'll get to see. We got some weird shit that goes on in here. Just know.
There's
all
a
about
certain
this.
few of us who do not represent the majority, but they do tend to stand out.
But
Leave
they
it at
do
that.
tend to stick out, right? Like,
Yes.
you ever heard the term sore thumbs?
Mhm.
Yeah. You can't ignore a sore thumb, bro. And we have those. We have 9, 10, 12 sore thumbs.
It's confirmed. Frankie just sent me a text.
It's him.
Oh,
It's
it's the real Frankie.
Very good.
No, it's the real Frankie. I knew it was because when I said Lenny and John's, because someone said you guys are both from Brooklyn. I said, yeah, we both ate at the same pizza place, Lenny and John's. Right away, he said, Lenny and John's is life. And that's Frankie.
Oh, yeah. Don't forget, Frankie's a true Brooklynite. Like Jeremy. A lot of people don't realize that. Jeremy's he lives in Sacramento, right? He's out there in California. But make no mistake, Jeremy's Brooklyn.
I'm
You mean?
Brooklyn.
He just had to change his accent. Hey, why you no speaking with your accent anymore? Huh? What happened to you? I had to go to California, ma. You know how it is. I had to go to California. They don't like that talk out there.
Hey, did you see Jacob Finnegan squeezed in a super chat?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, right there it is. So Finnegan, per Diana Rossini, the Packers are trying to get this deal done before the draft. It's getting closer and closer, but not official yet. Well, Rossini, don't forget, Rossini was the one who talked about the list of demands. One of the things Aaron Rodgers said was untrue was the list of demands. So we'll see. Now, she clearly has some in because Alan Lazard was. I mean, I could think. Look, if you just pay attention, you can kind of educated guess this shit. You know what I mean? But she did have OBJ, Alan Lazard, and some others that we're kind of bringing on. So maybe she was righter than we thought. Who knows? But that's interesting. Gunny, you think they're going to get it done before the draft?
100%. I mean,
you were saying earlier.
I do believe the GM himself wants it. The Packers GM literally said, this would be better if it was done earlier. They want it to get done earlier. I don't believe for a minute they don't want to have some ability to go ahead and put some kind of weapon around Jordan Love to adequately evaluate this kid. You mean to tell me you would bypass this draft and just wait till next year to get potentially later compensation that can't help you analyze or see whether or not this kid can play at this level going into this season? Like that would make zero sense. And if I'm a Packers fan, I'd be upset to not put the proper weapons around that kid. So I do think it gets done. I'm telling you, it's done. It's gonna be announced. It's gonna be pick 42. Jets are on the clock. Dun-dun-up. There's been a trade, and it's gonna be announced then. I think they're waiting to go ahead and make it a little bit more flashy on draft night.
I think so. I think so too. Y2K, real quick before I ask you the same question. Finnegan just wanted to make sure everybody knows that Brooklyn pizza is shit compared to Iowa pizza, and I tend to.
Iowa has pizza.
Iowa had pizza.
Not named Pizza Hut.
It's corn pizza. You never heard of that?
Oh, nope.
No, but I've had corn. I've had orange.
Kernel-y
No, but I've had
better, Y2K.
GreenBean. No, but I've had orange corn wine from Iowa.
Right, exactly. I know this to be true.
Blast from the past.
That's right, man. How long ago was that? Like a year ago?
That was a year ago, man. That was the last off season. Yeah, that was last summertime.
That's crazy,
That's
man.
been a minute.
Yeah, Y2K. How long did it take you to drink that shit again? 6 months?
I'd have to. I need a calendar to count that one up.
Yeah,
for you.
right.
It took a little time.
Yeah, it took a second to drink that damn bottle of wine.
I was like, chilled, really cold, room temperature. Do I need to mix this with something? I mean,
I can't get it.
I don't know.
I can't get it to taste good. It's breathing. I'm choking it. If I can freeze it in it, it just can't get it to taste good, no matter what I do.
I mean,
so
it was
maybe
one of
they
those
do.
wines I don't think that ever saw a grape. You know.
Yeah, so Finnegan's he's a big fan of his Iowa pizza. I'll tell you what though, Finnegan. The truth is, you go to the freezer section at Walmart and you grab Tombstone, it's gonna be fine. You know what I mean? Like pizza's pizza, dude. But when you're really digging in, if you want something excellent, the closer you get to Brooklyn, the better it is. It's the epicenter. It really is. Like I'm Jersey pizza. Believe me when I tell you. And not for nothing, our buddy Mark from Asbury Park. I think I showed you guys last week. He works at Vic's, and it's actually in Bradley Beach, which is, 12 feet from Asbury Park. But we went there last week. Excellent thin crust pizza. Actually, there's I think you sent it to me, Jeremy, right? Portnoy did from Barstool did a.
Yeah, Portnoy reviewed it and gave it a great review.
Review. He loved it.
He loves bar pizza.
It's funny too because he complained, right? He's like, "Man, this is fucking bar pie. It's everything I like." And he's like, "But it's been sitting in the box." Right? He's like, "I hate when it does that because then the moisture." He's like, "I don't know why they still put pizza in boxes. It kills the crust." And then I guess the owner was out there, and she's like, "No, then don't do the review. I'll make you a fresh one right now. How's that?" He goes, "You know what? Yes, do that." Yeah. And then he gets a fresh one. And then he was like, "Bro, this is badassery." And it really was. It was excellent. I brought it to my family. Everybody was like, "Ooh, I didn't know about this place." So anyway, I'm all Jersey pizza. I'm proud of my Jersey pizza. I love tomato pies down in Trenton. I love the Reservoir Tavern in Boonton, New Jersey. In my opinion, is the best pizza in all of New Jersey. But when you get to Brooklyn, it's a different.
Yeah, I've got my 20-year college reunion, believe it or not, up in Boston this fall. My plan is to make a stop first in New Haven on the way up and just go to 2 or 3 places and just have as much pizza and just take it with me throughout the weekend and keep it in the hotel room. I mean, why not?
Make sure you go to Sally's. If you go to New Haven, you got to go to Sally's.
I will be going there. I've been to Frank Pepe's, the original, by the way, and I might go to Modern Beats as well, but I definitely have to try Sally's for sure. Pizza Fund donation.
Yeah,
Buffalo. That's
there he is. Hey, Buffalo. I forgot to reach back out to you today. I'll text you right after this stream. I'm sorry, man. My bad. I'm running around a lot today. But we're gonna have Buffalo on here soon. He promises. He's been ignoring me for 3 years. But he says yes. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Hold on, I got something to show you. Did you find it? Is it over there? I'm still looking for this damn Manscaped thing. I got my whole family running around. I don't know what to fucking do with it. What did I do? Oh, there it is. Give me the shirt. There it is, right there.
Dude,
I got it. I had it the whole time. Like I'm making it.
I was looking for it, but it's here.
Sorry, buddy. Hey, thank you. How'd your date go? It was good.
Oh, we had a date tonight?
Fun.
Oh,
Yeah, it was tight. I got to drop them off.
Details.
Come here.
No, you will not
No,
get
no,
me.
no, Craig. Just like what?
Hey,
Did you
spill
watch?
the
What did
tea,
you
man. Come on, spill the tea.
So Teen Bean.
Come on, nephew.
Listen, I'll tell you the story real quick. So my wife's texting. She said, "I knew it." So she's clearly watching the show. She
Now we
yelling
know
at
why
you
the
in the
Manscaped
chat?
stuff was gone. Somebody else needed it tonight.
She yelling at us in the chat. Hold on. She said, "I knew it." What? Did I had it? Looking for it. Can't find anywhere. You have any ideas where it might be? I knew it. Yeah, I'm sorry. So everybody's mad at me. There's Metal Kid, right? So
Yeah.
don't embarrass him. My wife said, "I'm not going to embarrass him. I promise." I just wanted to say. So his date got canceled because the mother of the girl was like, "I'm not letting you guys go out. I'm coming." So the girl's like, I don't, they got into a whole thing. And so they delayed it to tonight. And they graciously said, "Why don't you come over here so we can meet you?" And that's good. My son, who's a tender loving dude, you got to shut the door, bro. What is this? Live in the woods, man. I like a fucking 5 acres of woods. You open the door, there's bugs coming. Yeah, there's moths all over the place now. I missed it. So you don't have to give deal. How'd it go? It was fun. You watched what? Final Destination?
No,
The Purge. How'd that go?
Ooh,
Scary movie. Good choice, by the way. Funny or scary? Got to one.
great choice. Yeah, great choice.
thank you very much.
Great date choice. We see you.
So
Oh,
was
my
it
goodness.
good time? Did the mom hang out with you? What was
No,
that?
the mom just, hey, if you guys need me, I'll be in the other room.
Just wanted to see your damn face, man.
Yeah.
Good for her. Good for her. I told the mom when I went there, I said, "Don't be afraid to knock him around, man. He gets off. A little off. You knock him back on." So, you had fun?
Yeah, we pretty much.
That's the best. Good. All right, high five, man. Good for you. One in the tank. It's all uphill from here. All right, so thank you for finding this for me. I appreciate it.
We knew it was in here.
I know. My wife's mad. She's like, "Don't you dare. Don't you dare." So that was cool. But good for him, man. That's a fun time of life, dude. You know what I mean? 15 years old, kind of meeting girls, and that's his best. I fucking wish I was 15. I'm clearly not. Y2K. So thank you, Buffalo. I appreciate it. Now we're stuck in we've found it. We found ourselves in the pizza hole again. Here we are.
Wait, GreenBean. You went right past that last super chat right before Buffalo Jet fan. He asked us how we felt about giving up 2 twos.
Oh, I did?
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't answer the
you.
question. No problem.
Oh, we never. All right, sorry. Good
We didn't
catch.
answer
Good
that.
catch. Sorry, Tom. All right, so let me bounce this. I'll bounce this to the bottom of not the bottom, but just the physical bottom, the Jeremy Y2K section. How are we with giving 2 twos? So I think that would refer to this year and next year. Y2K, how do you feel about that? Like if we get no comeback, just straight up 2 twos, you down for Aaron Rodgers?
I'm fine with it, but I need to know that he is committed here for more than 1 year. I'm not giving up multiple draft picks for one season of Aaron Rodgers. So my preference is have one of those picks be an elevator pick where it could be as low as a 4, but could become a 1 based off team incentives, based off playoff results. But just 2 twos, there has to be some sort of reworking of the contract that will absolutely ensure he's going to be here for 2 years, or the Jets can, completely get out of it, or there has to be something like that for me to get down with 2 twos.
Yeah, I feel similar. Jeremy, how do you see that one?
Very similar. I'm okay giving them 42 and 43. One of them, and then next year next year would be more of a contingency type of deal. Like I'd be okay if it was like automatically a 4th. It was like we're giving you 42 or 43 and a 4th round pick next year. I'm okay with that. And then if we make the playoffs and he returns, it becomes a 3rd. If we make the Super Bowl, it becomes a 2nd. I'm okay with all of that. That's what I would say. Now I will say if they give them a 2nd rounder this year and a 2nd rounder next year, no contingency, I'm not going to be breaking things. I'm gonna be ouch. It's gonna, like when we traded for ABT and we like your face, GreenBean, when we heard the price, it's gonna be a little bit of an ouch. Okay, was it? It's a little steeper than I wanted, but overall, I'm still gonna be happy because we're getting freaking Aaron Rodgers, and it's gonna be like the most epic year of our lives.
Yeah, I feel similarly. And look, Tom, if that's what it ends up being, look, he didn't give up 13. I mean, that's the big one, dude. Like, let's make no mistake. The 2 this year and the 2 next year. Let me look at some draft chart action here too. Let me see some. But just to kind of do that, like, it's not even worth 13. Like, you understand? Like, it doesn't even at 13. Like, what you're gonna get at 13. Both of those players have less of a chance of hitting. And then just so happens, you saw the article last week about 13 being a weird sweet spot in the draft. There's as many hits as the first overall pick. It's like tied with number 1 overall pick for the most hits and shit like that. So, that's a weird thing. Like, so that's added value. I'm sure Joe Douglas has that. It's like, oh, by the way, 13 is actually worth more than 5. So you're going to pay up, bitch. I think there's some stuff like that. So I don't know. I look, if that's what it ended up being, if it's just 2 2s, we get Aaron Rodgers, he plays for 3 years, 2 years even. I think I'm good with that, man. It's like, again, when we traded up for Revis, believe me when I tell you, dude, I was actively online arguing with Jet fans already in 2007, I think it was. When we traded for Revis, there were hundreds of Jets fans that were livid. We overpaid for a fucking mediocre. Believe me. Does anybody give 2 shits about that 2nd round pick and 2nd and a 5th, whatever the hell it was that we traded up for? Nobody cares.
Nope.
Nobody. So now look, there's all kinds of pizza stuff. I will say this. I'll give Paris. Now look, I had pizza in New Haven. I'm going to tell you that. All right. I used to date a girl who went to school in New Haven, and I got into many fights for some reason in New Haven. I don't know why. They didn't like me. Up there. Like, I don't know why. But I used to go up there nonetheless and have some fun. But I've had pizza in New Haven. Now, maybe I didn't go to these places, Sally's, Moderna Pizza. Maybe because I don't recall. I just don't recall. But I thought it was fine. You know what I mean? But I've heard many people rave about New Haven as one of the, really all Southern Connecticut is kind of known as kind of a pizza hotspot, but New Haven as the center of it all. I've been told that by many, many people. Again, I've had fine pizza in New Haven, but nothing I ever went, whoa, like I did. Like when I went to Totono's in Brooklyn, I left there going, bro, like that was something. You know what I mean? Like,
I went and I wasn't impressed. At Totono's, I was not thrilled with them. I did not like it all that. It was good.
Because they're assholes and made you wait, and they only make 1 pie at a time.
That was part. No. The biggest issue I had, I felt like the bottom of the slice, it was too soggy. Like it was just kind of falling apart. I didn't like the soggy. I wanted crispy all the way to the bottom.
Oh, dude, I had the complete opposite experience. I could hold it out. It was like a fucking
Viagra I didn't get that. Packer. Yeah, didn't happen for me, man. So, yeah. I just went on the wrong day. What can I say?
Yeah, and it happens. And the same thing can happen anywhere, right? But like when Jeremy and I, when Sack Exchange took us, what's the name of that place, Jeremy? Do you remember?
Pizza Giavi.
Pizza Giabi, actually in Staten Island. And the guy, he lives in Italy 6 months a year. He lives here 6 months a year. He's an award-winning pizza chef and all that shit. He actually came to our table and hung out a little while. That pizza was exceptional. Like we left there talking about it. And we're like, dude, that was like, we talked. Like you go to a regular pizza place, you eat your pizza and you go home. You don't go, wow, you guys all right. When you go to a place like that, like we talked about it. You know what I mean? For a while. Like, wow, what'd you think of that? Remember this? You know? So that's when you got good pizza. There are tiers.
Yeah.
How can Buffalo Jets fan really know about pizza? Look at Frankie taking shots fired. They got some pizza. It's still New York. They got the Niagara water, Frankie.
They got wings and beef on whack.
And they got Ted's charbroiled hot dogs. They got those too. Those are pretty popular.
And Buffalo says the pizza's not nothing to write home about.
Do they put wing sauce on all the pizzas up there? Is that
they
what
might.
they do?
They're like,
Blue cheese instead of mozzarella?
That sounds horrendous.
We make our pizza fresh in the oven with a little hot sauce.
They put on the Frankie's hot sauce.
Yeah. So all right, let's try to. All right, so here it is. BG the kid, what's up, buddy? Checking in. He says, "Sup, Green Bean. I'm a Joe D fan, but we may not be settled at offensive tackle, center, and defensive tackle too. Hugely important positions. If JFM going to be playing some more defensive tackle this season, well, I thought he was going to be playing defensive tackle last season, and he played a little bit, but." Look, we just signed a defensive tackle today. I think he's more of a depth. I think he's more to replace Nathan Shepard. You know what I mean? He's a little older, but I know I like him. I think he's a solid guy. You know, solid. What's the interesting stat with him? He's 9th in quarterback hurries, and all 8 above him have less pass rush snaps. What do you think of that, everybody? Yeah. So there you go. Look, you got to find, you can find a positive if you look deep enough, and there it is. But I think he's a solid guy. He's a solid get. And
I will say this. Yeah, I gotta say, I think Nani put it out. So if you look at pass rush percentage from a defensive tackle, I think Quinnen was 3rd and Jefferson was 5th. So he gets to the quarterback. I think he's more of a Rankins replacement than a Shepard replacement. Yeah, because Shepard's more of the run defender. Jefferson's not so good against the run. But he was playing in a 3-4 defense last year, and the guy weighs under 300 pounds. So he wasn't really in a position to be a good run defender. He's more of a pass rusher. So I see him more as the Rankins replacement as opposed to the Shepard replacement.
There you go. Well, and that would be nice. I mean, if we filled that, and I still think, guys, I have every expectation that we're taking a defensive tackle in this draft, and especially when you're looking to replace, in particular, run defense, dude. It is the 4th round back, no problem. As long as you get a guy with a high motor, with good character, work ethic and shit, if he's 325 and up, dude, you got your guy. Like, that's the way. I mean, granted, they do say it takes defensive tackles a minute to adjust to the NFL speed of the speed of the NFL game, but that's fine. But you can grab one of these kids in the 3rd, 4th. We don't have a 3rd, but in that range, and you can have your solution just like that. It happens all the time. So, especially like, look at Fadu Kasi, he was a 6th. Look at Snacks Harrison. He was an undrafted free agent. I mean, those guys, you just get a big ugly with a good character, high motor, and he can stop the run for you. You know what I mean? So you could fill space. That's what you need. You need a space filler, not to somebody that can get pushed around. If you bring on like, Keandre Coburn is a guy I talk about all the time. He's 350 pounds, bro. And he stays low. He's raw. He's got work to do. But he can fill some space for you in a pinch. Just put him in on 1st down. He'll eat some space, get him off the field, and replace him with whoever. And I think we'll be fine. But I wouldn't worry too much about it. Tackle, dude, we're taking a tackle too. I'd be surprised to see otherwise. Joe Douglas has surprised me before, so there's that. And I fully expect this to be the year of the center for us. I think Ben Jones is coming, but I also think that we're going to use a high pick on a center. And center in the top 2 rounds, you're getting a stud. You're getting one of the better centers in the draft if you take a center in the 1st or 2nd round, and I think that's going to happen. I'd love it to be Schmitz. I would love it to be Schmitz. But even if it's Whippler or Stromberg or even Patterson, man, Avila, I love this. I happen to love this center class. So yeah, it is. But I wanted Creed Humphrey 2 years ago, but we traded up for ABT, so it is what it is, But what'd you say, Y2K?
We don't want to forget Tipman too.
That's right. Another one.
Ooh,
I mean, there's plenty. Yeah,
plenty of options.
Plenty. So yeah, I mean, look, let's give JD a little bit of a break here. I mean, dude, what we saw last year, the consolidation of injuries to the offensive line, like our defense was almost, I'm so scared to even talk like this, but last year, I'm not saying nothing about this year. Last year, our defense was almost healthy the entire year. LaMarcus Joyner had some injuries. Quinnen was injured a game. Rankins was out 2 games. But other than that, they were healthy. Our injuries was largely concentrated to the offensive line. And in particular, the tackles. Like, it's never been seen before, dude. So it's like, you got to kind of give him dude, he brought in tackle after tackle after tackle after. And then everybody just kept going down. What that is, I don't know. But again, Joe Douglas is putting more resources into the offensive line than we've seen in recent memory. So I'm not too concerned. So I wouldn't worry BG the kid too much. All right, guys, look, we're going to get to some trivia. So Y2K is up right after I say the rules, which are he's going to give us a trivia question related to our New York Jets. And we have 4 minutes to answer it, and you can't cheat, you bastards. Looking at search engines and encyclopedias and such. If we do that, we get it with our head, we can be truly happy, truly proud of ourselves. And that's where the value is. There's no value in cheating, okay? Anybody can fucking cheat, right? We know that. So, Y2K, you're up, buddy.
Okay, so we're doing a whole lot of draft related trivia questions right about now. So we're going to talk about one of the blue bloods of college football, the Ohio State University. Since the beginning of the 21st century, the Jets have drafted 8 players from Ohio State University. How many can you name? Your time starts now.
Wait, can you say that again? I'm sorry, I didn't hear anything. I don't know what happened to me.
The Jets in the 21st century have drafted 8 players from Ohio State.
Ooh.
How many can you name?
Jeremy Ruckert, Garrett Wilson.
Ruckert.
Yep.
Yep,
Two.
that was easy.
There's 2. We got Nick Mangold.
I know 8 answers, not that bad, right?
Wait,
Mangold.
Mangold?
Mangold?
Yeah. It wasn't Devin Smith? Devin Smith, the wide receiver?
Evan Smith.
Yep.
Yep.
That's right. Let me think.
I gotta watch this chat closely.
Right. Yeah.
Wait,
we got to see.
he just got a charge. Darren Lee. He just got charged or something.
Yep.
Darren Lee? Was he in Ohio State?
got
Yep.
charged?
He was a Buckeye.
What happened to Darren Lee?
Yeah, he
That's right.
got
Vernon
caught beating his
Golston,
mother
Curly
and
Norman.
wife again.
Vernon Golston, you already got 7.
Oh, that's right. Golston. That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
We're looking. I got Lee. We got Lee Cravat. Lee Cravat.
He was an undrafted.
Anthony Schlegel.
Yep, I saw Anthony
Curly-
Schlegel was met. Of course,
Oh,
and
so
I
you
knew it was
got
going to
that
be
one.
Curly Norman who would know it. Yep, Anthony Schlegel.
Chris Ward.
Chris Ward, that's a little bit before that. That's a little bit before the time.
What was the time frame you gave us?
Since the 21st century.
21st century.
Oh, so 2000.
How many we got so far? We got how many?
You got 7. 7 out of 8.
So here comes Kareem on the
There's
back
one
end,
more.
pretending he said this himself, not listen to the answers that we already gave. Ruckert, Garrett Wilson, Darren Lee, Nick Mangold, Smith, Schlegel, Golston.
I know it's shocking, but Kareem is wrong.
It is, it's true, and it's
Yes,
crazy because
that's 7 correct. One of them is Stephen Hill did not go to Ohio State.
that's right. Stephen Hill went to Maryland, Mr. Know-it-all.
Yeah.
This is running
I want to
back.
make sure that I'm just rechecking this. I want to make sure I haven't missed it. No, I have not seen the name.
Let me see. What do
I
you,
actually thought Schlegel would be
Yeah,
the
I don't-
hardest one for you all to get, but yeah, Curly Norman.
is it J. Cole? Salty Nuts wants to know.
Yeah, J. Cole. Yeah, I don't think Ohio State would have taken him on for free.
Oh man, wasn't a running back?
Georgia Tech. Yeah. Stephen Hill was Georgia Tech. That sounds right.
I don't. So there's one more.
Yep.
Hey, Salty, I just made you a moderator. I thought I did it already, buddy. I don't know. why.
Everybody's making Salty a moderator. It's the new thing. It's hip.
Yeah, but I made it like fucking 4 months ago, which is bullshit. I
Got
just looked. I'm like, why
One
there?
more.
Who else wants to be a moderator? And Chet, you want to be a moderator?
You got 1 minute and 15 seconds left.
He's a good guy.
New York Jets
Pryor.
fan.
No,
What's the
Pryor's
question?
from Louisville.
Yeah, New York Jets fan 4. I'll give you the question one more time. So
Ooh, Mike Nugent,
you
Mike
got it.
Nugent, that's
How'd
it.
you get Mike Nugent? How'd you get it?
1189 Paris. That was 1189
Paris.
Paris.
That's
Yes,
it.
good job, 1189. You got it.
Yeah.
It took about 3 minutes, but
How
you
can
all
we
got it.
forget that? How
Yeah.
can we forget that?
Mike Nugent. I actually thought Schlegel would be the tough one, but yeah, Nugent.
Yeah, me too. Not that I knew it. I wouldn't have gotten Schlegel. The other one, I might have came around to Mike Nugent. I was thinking. I had a bunch of those.
Can we ask Lee Bruce? I'm sorry, this caught my attention as I was looking at who responded. Packers drafted a serial killer back in the day. Is that real news?
Let's see.
Not sure.
A serial killer? What?
They've had a few guys who got arrested over the years, but
It's looking
I mean,
pretty real. In
a serial
1973, here we go. In 1973, he was arrested again for public indecency in Multnomah County, Oregon. Woodfield chose to drop out of college. He was a wide receiver in the 1974 NFL draft by the Packers.
Bless you.
This is actually true.
Bless you.
he's still alive.
He's the I-5 killer. Hey, Lucas, did you know that?
What?
I didn't
Right?
know
Was his
that.
name Lucas? There he is. No, that's Lucas is our guy.
No,
what
not
was
Lucas.
what was the guy's name here? Lee?
Hold on. I think it's
Bruce?
Lee.
Yeah, I'm thinking Lee Bryce, the country music singer, but it's Lee Bruce.
Lee Bruce. Lee Bruce. Yeah.
Lee Bruce
What?
Lee.
I
I
did
bet
not
you
know
didn't know
that.
that, buddy. They didn't know
So-
your team's the only team never drafted a serial killer.
No, he
Life
did. He's the one that said it. He said it in
maybe
the
he did
chat.
know then.
Yeah. That's why it threw me off. I was like, wait, what? Drafted
It's
a
like
serial killer.
he was trying to outdo Darren Lee. Apparently, it's like, we
okay,
got somebody who can outdo that. Beating up your mom, that's nothing.
All
We got
right,
a serial
there we go.
killer who
All
we
right.
drafted.
That's
all right, listen,
insane.
Frankie's saying he wants
Wow.
to stress Rossini, remember, she's the one saying this stuff that we just told, is a Jersey girl. You know what that means? Jersey girl alone means she's got the facts. We know this already. This deal is getting closer and closer. I'm told Green Bay wants this done before day one of the draft. They want to add weapons for their young quarterback.
That makes
that
all
would
the
be
sense in the world. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, makes sense to me. I think the deal's almost done. I think fuck is your name again? Gunny has a good point though. I mean, the most fireworks would be when pick 42 is up. There has been a trade. There has been a trade. Now maybe they don't want to stray. They don't want to wait. They don't want to play games. And that would be
But why not though? Think about it. Look how it's everywhere. ESPN, NFL, the Twitter. It's Jets Packers all over Twitter. The NFL's getting so much like back and forth and exposure right now because of this. Why not go big at the draft to go ahead and make it the envy of day 2, right? It just makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I agree.
They got a schedule to make. The NFL's got a schedule to come out with. They need to know who these primetime games are going to be. They need to have this trade in place so that they could, get all of that set up. They want to sell these games. They can't sell the Jets with Tim Boyle and starting quarterback.
No, it'd be a little more difficult.
You think they don't know? You think they don't already know? Like the paperwork hasn't already been submitted, and they're like, "Hey, just hold off until the draft." You know what I'm saying? Make it a really big freaking.
I don't think it happens draft night. I think it happens in the days leading to the draft. But
You think so?
Like an AJ Brown trade again. No, that one came out of nowhere. This has been brewing under the surface for months. It'll be months at this point. So.
All right. So, all right, look, we're going to do the contest, everybody. I see so many people left. I hope they don't win. But so before we do, I want to show you next week's giveaway, okay? This is a brand new model. It's limited. I want you to make sure. Can you see the purple hue? See it?
I see it.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. There's like a purple. See that? Like, look at that.
Oh, very nice.
All right.
Like
This
my
is the
shirt.
Lawnmower 4.0 Testicular Cancer Awareness Edition. It's limited. It's only going to be out for a month, right? Look at this. Let's see if I can show you. Look at this. Ooh, I'm taking off her dress. All right, here we go. So there it is. This is what we got. Oh, it's all purple. Look at that thing. It's fucking badass, dude.
Good. I like that.
That's
I like
sharp.
that purple on.
And there's a light. Let's see if it comes charged. I honestly don't know.
Sure.
So we're going to give this away next week. Oh, yeah, there's the
There
flashlight.
it is.
There it is. Yep.
Can you hear that?
Oh yeah, we can.
Ooh, that's what it sounds like when you're, doing what you do with it. So
When you're shaving
let's
your
talk about balls. Huevos rancheros. Huevos man kiwis. That's what it says. So anyway, shave balls to save balls. That's the saying that we're sticking with here. So we're gonna give this away next week, guys. The testicular cancer lawnmower 4.0. I'd keep it myself, but I have fucking 3 lawnmower 4.0s. So I don't need it. I want to keep it.
Yeah, you got a 12.0 then.
Technically speaking, if I use them all together,
Maybe a 12.0.
I'd also have no balls left if I do that. So this is what we'll give away next week, everybody. One of you lucky guys will get this, or gals, you can give it to your guy or just whatever. You can use it yourself. Like me and Gunny, shit, we use it on our faces. It doesn't matter.
Yep.
And our heads. We don't care. So all right. So but now what we do have some candidates, qualifiers for tonight's giveaway. We're going to give away a GreenBean shirt, as well as a bag of Liquid IV Lemon Lime Hydration Multiplier. So first we'll do the Liquid IV, then we'll do the GreenBean t-shirt. Jeremy, how many? It felt like a light night tonight. How many qualifiers did you have?
There was a lot that were just, under 5. So we only have 8 that actually qualified.
8. So you guys got some good odds tonight.
Yep.
So, all right. So let me get my randomizer up here. Number randomizer.
My money's on Leo.
Yeah, Leo wins. He wins a fair amount, does he not? Leo's gonna be like, I don't want to win. I want to win that damn lawnmower, baby.
I think it's Jacob tonight. Let's go, Jacob. We got
think
this.
it's
Is it,
Finnegan?
man. This is it. Yeah.
It's Finnegan's night. All right, so Jeremy, we'll go top to bottom, okay?
Yep, I know.
We'll go
Finnegan's
top to
number
bottom
too.
this time. So we're gonna go like this. We got 8 qualifiers.
I know
So-
Finnegan's number.
Oh, don't tell. You know what? Tell
Don't
us
say it,
before. No, you tell because I'm gonna randomize it. But what's his number?
Yeah.
I want to know.
He wins if it's number 6.
Number
Okay.
6.
Come on,
Finnegan.
6. Big
All right, here
6.
we
Let's go.
1, 2, 3. Oh! Finnegan! That's so great.
Let's go.
Finnegan!
Fix is in.
Hey,
The
you know
Finnegan
what?
Jacob.
Hey, Finnegan, since it's
See-
you, tell me which one you want. I said it was going to be the liquid IV, but which one? Do you want the T-shirt or you want the liquid IV? I'll send you whatever you want. You tell me right now, and I'll send you whatever you want. That was amazing, right? Look at everybody. Yeah,
That was
everybody's
awesome.
psyched. That was fantastic.
That was absolutely awesome.
Finnegan, let me know. You want? I got the bag. Here, I'll show you. I got the liquid IV. We got the liquid IV, and then we got a T-shirt. So this is
We
the
got the
bag of
T-shirt.
liquid
He
IV.
said
here,
T-shirt.
lemon lime.
T-shirt, please.
T-shirt. Okay, good.
Yep.
So Finnegan, you got my email. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, just do it on email. It's easier for me. It's in the description if you need it. It's Bean at GreenBean Jetsfan. Just tell me, like, go to my merch. There's a merch shelf under the video. Look whatever style, color, and size you want, and your address. Okay, and I'll send it out in the next month or so. I'll send it out in the next couple days. Oh, sorry. Look, I'm covering Jeremy's face again. All right, so there it is. So wait, hold on a second. Yes. Oh, it was fun. She goes, oh, she heard us screaming, so she thought something was wrong.
Us meaning she heard all 4 of us.
Oh yeah, I mean, I hear you guys are
Oh,
on.
there-
It's loud in
okay.
here. Yeah. I'm an old man. I got to put every. I do everything loud. Everybody around me is constantly going, can I lower this? Always. That's just my gig. So everything good? Love you.
Okay.
Ooh, yeah. All right, so here we go. Now let's see. Finnegan, technically speaking, Finnegan, I guess he can win again, right? Yeah, I think so.
That's what we did last week.
Yep, that's right. All right, so
Hey,
here we
it's
go.
your
This
show,
is
Green
for what's that?
It's your show. You make the rules. It's your show. You make the rules.
Yeah, but I bounce it off you guys because I'm not always right in my brain. I think wrong. I always go, I shouldn't have done it that way. So that's why I want to hear what you guys think first, you know. But I appreciate that. So all right, here we go. We're gonna do it again. Now this is for the bag of liquid IV hydration multiplier. How many? 16 packets in there, man. You get a nice, good sample size of the greatest hydration drink on the market today. Let's go. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. 7. Look at that. It didn't take long.
Oh no.
Is it
Oh, wait.
Leo?
Leo? It's Leo,
It's
isn't
Leo.
it?
It's
It has
Leo.
to be Leo. Uncle
It has to be
Leo.
up.
It's Uncle
man.
freaking Leo.
Leo doesn't miss. Leo doesn't miss, bro. What the?
Finnegan says he
Leo,
would
what
pass
next
with
week's
no
lottery
one. That's
numbers?
so funny. Frankie's guessing numbers and shit. 8, 12.
He's figuring out Aaron Rodgers' number. His gig tonight has been, I'm going to tell you what Aaron Rodgers' jersey number is going to be with the Jets. So he's been saying 4 in high school, 8 in college, 12 with the Packers. So maybe he's saying 16.
16.
Yeah,
That's-
so maybe I think that's what the numbers are for Frankie here.
So Leo's like, I ain't giving shit away. I want that. He likes liquid IV.
Leo can open up a store and sell it.
I'm telling you,
Yeah,
man.
at this point, you know what I'm
Leo's
saying?
liquid IV.
He
Good for you, Leo.
He's got his
Hey.
own Amazon store. We're supplying it.
That's right. Hey, Leo, man, don't let anybody razz you, bro. You keep winning, buddy. You know it don't matter. This is random. This is random as it gets, man. You got the juju, baby. I look. You know, one of the things that came out of this weekend for me, this spiritual weekend, was to laugh when it's time to laugh, because all smiles must fade. So this is just your time to win, bro. Take it, because you know what might be coming. Who knows? This too shall pass, right? So that came loud and clear to me this weekend, man. It was like I'm always worried about, like, you know, stressing and shit. Dude, if it's time to laugh, fucking laugh. Time to cry, you cry, and then, you know, that too shall pass. You're winning. You keep winning till you don't win anymore, Leo. And party up, dude. Open your GreenBean merch store, and you'll be doing all right. Let's see. What do we got here? All right, well, that's our show. That's our show, everybody. Look, Frankie hung out all nice. Frankie from Flatbush, everybody. I want to take a second and just say how nice it is to see Frankie in the chat, man. It's sincerely, it's warming. It's warming, Frankie. And you have an open invite. You ever want to, if you're feeling motivated to come on, just let me know. You never have to even question. You'll get the link. It's okay otherwise as well, of course. But you have an open invite. It'd be great to have you, but it's equally nice to see you in the chat. And I'm sure everybody's happy, man. It's been a minute, and everybody asks every week. We get asked every single
Literally.
week. So
I get asked all the time, like, "Who's this guy? Where's Frankie at?" And I'm like,
what is this? What is
I'm
this
just
Gunny
keeping his
shit?
seat warm. I'm keeping his seat warm until he's ready.
Well, Gunny's, look, Gunny's Gunny, man. So Gunny's a great dude in his own right, man. But yeah, it's funny, right? He's like, "Who the fuck is this guy? Where's Frankie? Where's the beard? This was the beard show, man." Gunny's got a beard too, though.
It's a baby beard, though, in comparison. It's a baby beard in comparison.
Baby beard. But all right, so let's go around the panel real quick. Let everybody know if you got something special coming up. Jeremy, we'll start with you. What do you got?
Wednesday nights, Jets Chaos, and of course, Cravat Attack for food video reviews. Me and my brothers are loving it. We're having a great time, and we're gonna just keep it pumping. We're gonna keep pumping it out. People are liking it.
Pumping. He used the word pumping, guys. It's not often we hear that, so let's just relish this moment. Okay, it's been a moment. It's been since the '80s. We haven't said pumping. So there you go. Don't forget. You got to find value. If you're listening, you'll hear it, man. You'll hear it here all the time. Jeremy just gave it to you. Pumping. It is. Juan 2K. What do you got?
Man, I just put up my 300th video in less than 1 year. Yeah, like 11 months. I put up 300 videos. Awesome, so that was a pretty good mark to hit. But as of late, we've done some WrestleMania recaps. There's been some Mets. There's been some Rangers and Devils because those two teams are now all but destined to lock horns in the first round of the playoffs. So there's been a little bit of Jets. I did a brief video today on Quentin Jefferson. But, hey, stay tuned to NY Sports Wicker Media. You never know what might be popping up. And, hey, 2 days from now, actually tomorrow night, I'll be having some Fafara pizza down in Carolina. Some of that Brooklyn-style pizza. I can't wait.
Dude, that's so exciting. Nice. That's so good. I am back in Virginia where I will avoid all pizzerias, especially the one down the street. I got one here. Dude, I think I told you guys. I mean, the round pizza was fine. It's fine. But I got the worst Sicilian pie I've ever eaten. Like mid-slice, I was like, I can't do this. I peeled the cheese and the tomato sauce off. Like the crust was fucking. I haven't. I mean, even Elio's I can. You know what I mean? Pizza rolls I can eat. So anyway, good for you, Watch2K. And 300 vids in less than a year. I mean, that's like
awesome.
It's a lot.
That's insane. That is a lot. That's insane.
I only have 600 videos or something like that. Total.
I'm at like 140 something. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to hit the year mark. I'm not going to touch that.
We're all doing well in our own ways. Let's put it that way.
Well, that's the thing. My videos are fucking 9 hours long, so I just can't do it. I mean, time-wise, I think I'm way ahead of everybody.
He used to be like Buffalo Jets fan. Keep him 3 minutes and under, and you'll get 50,000 subscribers a day. That's the secret.
That's the secret. That's the secret. We figured it out.
1 minute videos. There you go.
In and out.
Good for Buffalo, bro. He's a good dude. Well deserving. He deserves every sub. So, Gunny, what do you got cooking, buddy?
Yeah, new situation report. When I'm not here, I'm over there cranking up videos. Waiting to go ahead and pump out my free agent grades for the New York Jets so far before the Aaron Rodgers trade is official. And then I'm going to go ahead and chopping it up next week with Ryan from Jets Talk and whatnot, you and Matt, you know what I'm saying, for the draft party. I'm looking forward to that. Like I'm really, really pumped for the draft party. So I just want to go ahead and drop that real quick because I got the invite and I'm already doing more draft analysis now to make sure I don't look like a fool when I'm in there with you guys.
Guys, that's a good point, Gunny. Thank you for bringing that up. I'll show the trailer right now. Hold on. Hold on. That's a good point. Oh, I gotta do this first. Shit. All right. So Gunny brings up a good point, guys. We're doing our fourth straight year of the Talking Jets panel draft party, the largest Jets draft party, fan draft party. The last 3 years we were bigger than the Jets did. So we had more people at ours than the Jets had at theirs. So that's a pretty big deal. So if you're looking for the place to be, dude, it's with us. I mean, we have every Jets content creator you can think of, down to Johnny in the ice cream, is coming on with us. So it's a really great thing. It's a fucking blast. Dude, we stayed on for 6 hours last year without the Jets even having a pick. So, I mean, the whole third day, we talked about French fries, like with McDonald's versus Burger King. I mean, we'll keep it going, man. We had like 900 people in there. We were arguing about which French fries were the best. So anyway, this year we have picks all the way through to the end of the 6th. So that'll be nice. But here's the trailer, man. So this is what you're going to be looking at. This is our thing. So make sure you can hear it, and then we'll wrap this baby up. Here's our trailer for the draft stream that Gunny was mentioning.
Be there in the second.
The Jets traded up. There he is.
Be there in the second.
Oh, not bad, right? Jeremy and Watch UK. Did you guys get? Are you guys on? I'll get you guys. I'll get you a spot. Ryan, I've been gone for like literally 2 weeks. Ryan and Matt have been. I turned my phone on. There was something like 60 fucking texts from those guys working this out. So I haven't been helping. I'll talk to them. Okay. We'll get you guys on. Jeremy, did it talk to you?
He was in touch with me on Instagram about 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Did you?
About
did you?
about
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's not a problem.
Some,
we want to have all you guys on. So if it's not, it's just because there's a lot of fucking people to remember.
Yeah.
No, I mean, we got Jude just committed. I don't know. We'll get you guys on. Anyway, I am clearly fading. That's what's happening before your eyes. I am toast. With that all said, guys, I want to thank everybody for being here tonight. You guys are the absolute best. Let me just pick up one more comment from Frankie. Look at this, talking about like how great GreenBean is. Or is he talking about Green Bay? I just never know. I'm lost in the sauce right about now. I just never know, dude. It's fucking like Green Bay interviewed players, real players. I don't know. Did I interview players? Clearly I didn't. He must be talking about fucking Green Bay. Frankie, it's good to see you, buddy. Everybody have a great night, and we will see you next time.
Yeah, here we come, baby. Here we come. Here come the Jets, man.
I want to kiss you.
Thanks, Joe.
Yeah! You want to run or you want to duck down? You want to duck, just go over and get onto the bench and stay there.
You play to win the game.
My message for the fans, we're all frustrated with where we are right now.
Jets, Jets, Jets.